Ada kpe me don donova holi fa ya fala jibla sheke vonyi otoje shi ato gamagada be Volta connect fa wona na do gbolen do kuchu ya dashine atro gatok bla fa popole me kanye klo sha mi adu kakla ako amo adashine city 97.3 le adabrakra again police station amagbado mi asenya jojo afima lebe nkonye nye sampush afokoku ale me jama za mon popo ya ma da kpene do for the cover yoke de me gbana mi afin de Volta connect ya adogo mi da kpene Victor Electronics am yoke ne the Wanda Christmas promo to mo ale be le promo ya ma udo fongoji na tencha kpaflo le hochokpi so itoke kia kama ta anyoba na agara woji le ndokuchu ya lebe washina kanyo bloga malafia atepo 24 inches LED television wako free DSTV decoder apparently with 1 month subscription 699 Ghana cedis 32 inches television 920 Ghana cedis namake 55 inches smart television 4,600 plus a free soundbar a portable refrigerator 1,199 Ghana cedis Nasco 1.5 hot power air conditioner 2,600 plus a free kettle 100-liter chest freezer 1,990 Ghana cedis plus a free kettle 200 liters chest freezer 2,790 Ghana cedis one of free kettle pakula aper guard akwa kettle blender apple 220 Ghana cedis na here mini gas stove ali 1,119 Ghana cedis one of free kettle gomama iron le ogbona popular 89 Ghana cedis la jana keypad phone ali 85 Ghana cedis la jana gas cooker pakula oven gas cooker oven na ha ali alebe ha galafuma na tenchi akpo apple 1,499 free kettle na kperenchi 5 kg washing machine la fuma na popular 1,080 7 kg washing machine la fuma na popular 1,491 of free kettle akpo na market double door refrigerator akpo 1,250 Ghana one of free kettle akperenchi Technolatest Spark 40 with 128 gigabyte 1,370 Ghana cedis Samsung 806 64 gigabyte 1,020 Ghana cedis Techno Pop Pop 10 akwe 64 gigabyte akwe 970 Ghana cedis na hand sewing machine 799 Ghana cedis 500 liter 3-door chest freezer 7,699 with a free blender akwe fridge guard side by side refrigerator 580 liters akwe 6,999 with a free blender hekbada fridge guard 18 inches standing fan 169 Ghana cedis alebana flam yo katale Victor Electronics wa anna nguna nare kokbada ngo kata maglofiangu na ko akoida apomakuda selected ngo kana flanchi klepa nguna nawe hoga na la donc jiba Victor Electronics double Xmas promo ava ba yava anonyi aleba kakadashina December panu no jimo la Aflao tere diamonds le diamonds emoji tere ECG do panuchi do pa de kapa lodge le Fafa FM junction le choche alebe de kaga le keta do yo fo gagbo fu canal 0247304931 nye dakpe nye adakpe na GCB hatch GCB to nya me ka do account on ko hatch account alebe amozo zo yede make enya nane ka muslim yo wona Gamagadebo hana jagba avu account the GCB bank alebe na kpo goma lema le GCB bank onyameko ose goma ba amegbe tobo hian lebe ye wakponta okododo ye ro kokko befia hana tarujing babiada hana megbe top ma na avu account ko dan kona ba GCB hatch account na jagoma we just 50 Ghana cedis ko alebe lema ma good news are avano le goma aleba ano free alert platform on flexible deposit play for wona wakata ole wogbole agomama enye mozo zon hana zo kakata mana do kwa ka gavela show play video gbogwara dagbana gada GCB bank egba bo hana vo account ma leba video yo ka borenwa ha wo ashi na tenchi aken na jana no mokokora te yo to free you can yo mo create da ka daga mana mana o enye 0800 422 422 alo 020 2422 422 mia adak bonoba wo adangba Holy FM fasha famia da wona da toma ikanya papa nu for all night mia da na toma na church yo kata ko mawunya gbo ko gbedodo da do ajijo na wa mia da wona mato wona ma ga la toma do ma fi da gbona agba Holy FM to awo all night le ya fala ya jinto manongo gba wona mana mi le fi da gbona na mawulo Christo ma va kaba kwa ma wo all night na mi le Friday agbona mia adu brama for Christo Torio kama ko ha ma wo dona do ajijo na wa mina mon ko pastor le Ketu won jibo yo wita nyantomi gano won mauna yira mitoma tana enyamare ke mau fo wona do ajujo no wa me kpa maro ko na jibe a join Friday ma kana me kpa tencha nam message me na yo na nam message 059 500 3195 gavi sere ko homi le na church na jibe pe sole hana vava o all night le ya fala ya gavi sere ko na kana mi aleba miano from 11:30 to 12:30 na wo all night adogbera Ghana ta dogbera Ketu South ta dogbera Volta Region ta dogbera Mikata Miata dogbera Holy FM ta ya chokba dora amegbeto fo ma katata na jiabe ya kpogomo le ya wonu mo kokko fo kanami le 0544 99 3539 aro 059 500 3195 do for you dem gbana mi na metro gbovo mo introduce na mekpekpo topic awa kama agayo do for mo for nko len dokuchi afa kpadia engineer William Jatabu amena fona ngde NDC junior Abraham ala fama alemake honorable Mauli Zanu Salvation mekana fona ngde MPP junior Abraham ihala fama afi chief imam Musa ameka nanya academia fona ngde mashama nchikwa ihala honorable promise tete iha join me later the discussion ama la ndokuchi ya fakpaje nyanto nkonye nya sam kush afoko kuwana kata stream live le Facebook SAMKUSH block capital letters _official aleba na kwa na kata le Facebook like a page and share and a comment. I'll be very glad to share your messages with the rest of the people listening to us, watching us wherever they are. Nukanche mi nkulando la ndokuchi ya fakpaje with each panelist taking 15 or 10 minutes to do that. 2026 budget as presented by the Minister for Finance. We analyze the budget allocation to the education sector. Nami lankuda ga konta ko nami hana pakpa vekebla ovo adan fo zazan. Agba mi nkula gere ga konta shiko de kuda mi fa suku de nyakple agbana sro. Wo to le suku de nyakple agbana sro nyama. Mi nkula gere ga kode kuda wona manchi nyakra ko le kanya mekpekpo flage han. Supreme Court suspend Bandai election rerun. What does this mean for Martin Nyinda going forward? Namia garama vongdrofa gandu ashi bugboda ko fo wona eka oba wawo eka koda dopa be yoga le nanamfa Bandai ntuoma mi akponu ka do chugumana apato Martin Nyinda le ko be ngoiga awona nanfo wona maha. Natoro male ndokucha kwa ja Ghana public the balloons by over 70 billion Ghana cedi in just a 3 months. Ghana jukwafa afanyinyi yeka onyinyim le jukoma mleoshia avuloto abavuloto na onto ya krema de vuloto proyare mo pulre mo proyesho proyare ovuloto manya vikro aleba mi abian kere ko ba just jinwa mo tonko leka ojona na ma mi nkula gara nyamanchi. Preserve your legacy. President Mahama advised to resist third term pressure from A+, from Mahama Yariga and some other gurus in political parties. Odoraba John Mahama naga ishe tonlia into global mega ko global na ishe tonlia nya adakba me dakba na the new Rick City Xmas mega promo o adama gbanami alebo the mega Xmas bonanza for na to Rick City for showroom ikana la the new hudopa afina ire kata alebo na hiana 32 inches television including promotion akpe Asha Bobo na make Sigma 43 inches smart television only 2,200 Ghana cedi. TCL 55 inches a smart TV only 4,900 Ghana cedi. 200-liter provisions shop deep freezer 2,500 Ghana cedi. Plus other TCL Sigma deep freezer okwa fridge oha ola fumaika Asha Bobo alegbegbeje including 1.5 AC ikananya hot power AC akpe special phone so la fumaika offer o Asha Bobo alegbegbeje Redmi A smartphone 64GB 1,200 Ghana cedi. TCL smartphone la fuma 64GB 1,300. Put in a guided receipt egbe aleba na plan aye wana onuna odamu ji for canal la 020 9791 533 mi dakwa na Roadwise School of Driving eha Adam agbana mi lando kucha na be aswale koku na fupeto mokata kwa jagbana na agara woja lebo wana o ga DVL to nya mo kanya instructor la fuma wa kpere ngo na akho abukudi da se gban le bi le achododo toma avudo oshi odana na moko na runs ebe adeson peto mokata ha ovunago na call runs ma ho ebe aide again plepo gologo kata ebe ayi talk peto ovudo oshi wa kon na make wo kona moto na ma afoche tomat ble normal moto nto na wodona khafa vugum ha owone jagbana agroj ole Josephino Plaza tamo chuchuchu tere achime la bari kwa home appliances pokana ole 0594422 ado 0246571597. Ona William, good morning, good afternoon, sorry. Okay, Agbamaka. Okay. You have 15 minutes to handle the first topic. Thank you, sir.
Okay. First topic
is the money allocation for education.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
In the 2026 budget.
Ma zaman popo ma adogbana to jinolo kata vito ndc ma party manolao cho ngogbo daoji wa dashina branches ageti so dashina ma shame keko dalo ndc party for anyagbo dogbana mp dogbana chairman shama ikana ko yinse budgetary allocation to the education sector. I believe this is the right time for me to be here. Last time when here, me discuss budget agaka, man not deep. And I promise, you give us the time to delve into it sector by sector. And today here we are. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
The budget has been read recently in its totality. Anyenui kana dejipuna du common view kata in all sectors, looking at the allocations made. But today we are here to speak specifically to the allocation made to the education sector. When you follow the budget, you see that the total money allocated to the education sector was about 39.2 million. Okay. Billion, sorry, Ghana cedis. 39.2 billion Ghana cedis.
Okay.
The money allocated to the education ministry itself, 33.3 billion Ghana cedis. Okay. Additional allocation was made for Get Fund. Okay. 9.9 billion Ghana cedis for specific programs. Taneba the total 9.9 plus 3.3 billion Ghana cedis, you arrive at 39.2. Near around equal 39 billion Ghana cedis. And this allocation made was for specific projects that the government want to undertake. Okay. And we are going to delve into it. When you look at the key figures and allocations, the total Ministry of Education allocation is 33.3 billion. Then total Get Fund, that is for infrastructure and resources and all that, 9.9 billion. Now, when we look at the total, 39 billion. Now, let me break allocation here, department by department, allow specific reasons. Free secondary education. Yep, allocation is about 4.2 billion. Okay. Free secondary education, 4.2 billion. In your location, go. And you know when you gone were the days you come in or issue. Though today some of these things persist, or some of these things are still going on. Ikaba uba undu for like poji the view mo pongwadu numao. So these allocations has been made to cater for this. In all honesty, but since Jirudu Evashijia, the food that our kids, our children, our sisters and brothers are eating in the secondary schools, there is some improvement in the food they eat. Okay. So this allocation, an amount of 4.2 billion, aga fuma yigeba do miatenga po improvement aro aga yigeba ya we wa nyuau. Okay. So that is the 4.2 billion Ghana cedis for the free secondary education. Now, let me Ghana Secondary Learning Improvement Program. You can GSLIP. Okay. Fuma miakpo an allocation of 1.1 billion. Let me the national school feeding. Miakpo 1.788 billion. Okay. Let me free sanitary pads. You can anytime you mention this, our friend from the other side, who downplay na yepa impact.
Okay.
Ikeba nyeklo mi okatami the school po. We see how our sisters, our sisters, alomia vignon view how when they get to that point, ikeba odo opa jingpo wi ale suku de nyana gbanao. So this amount as allocated, ikena 292.4 million going for sanitary pads for our younger girls, our younger ones, which are ladies or girls. Let me have tertiary education for people with disabilities. Ameyo nenye wamito kafla. Ameyo unye wamito. Allocation o wonoba what the suku. Yenye 25 million Ghana cedis. Tanu yokata open key priorities. What are the key priorities and the programs for this amount allocated? Nuka tutututu ube guy or no. I'm after me talk about free sanitary pad more. Yeah, no go. But what is the specific reason for the allocation of this money? Okay. Let me the Ghana secondary school program, Ghana secondary learning improvement program. The purpose for this allocation is to end what? Double track.
Okay.
To end double track. Because nyekro mi kwedam aba mi view in a school and yemi pumvia nyesisa wavi kamo since I think we get second year na go to school.
Okay.
Yemi pumvia second year view la pojo. First year third year view ko la poji. Ami one is third year view ko la poji. O kamo for so many months now. Aga la pomo. Next year you school iga. So this thing ava nyenu ika awomba jilao ato gbogbo de gavala oji. First of all, number you no add the lapomoa. I just wanna organize a private class in the via.
Okay.
You have to spend a lot again. So that's also your altar. But uniformity, you bring uniformity to the sector. We want to end double track. And to end this double track, this fund, which is the GSLP fund to improve secondary education quality. Okay. Quality in infrastructure, quality in the food that they eat, quality in the learning and everything, curriculum and everything. So these allocations have been made specifically. Let me move from the ending of double tracker. We have infrastructure boost, support for school buildings, furniture and teacher housing via Get Fund. Support for school buildings. The video achite nusron amaroma posuko wa strong. So you support, you give them school building, classroom blocks. Even the teachers who are teaching, Amado, they don't have place to stay to have their comfort to teach. So housing for teachers, so that they will relax and this project is going to be undertaken by Get Fund. Yet our allocation na the ministry itself, another allocation for the Get Fund. So this fund will take care of teacher housing or housing for the teachers, for them to be comfortable as they teach our kids. Then inclusive education. Now about inclusive education now, Amado automatically as they were born already they have been disadvantaged. They have been disadvantaged. For instance, people with disability, they have been disadvantaged. So for everybody to be included in our education, because it's a right. So for everybody to be included, these funds going to the PWD is for people with PWD or people with physical inabilities or people who are incapacitated, for them also to go to school. So fund has been made for them. People who are living with disability, they will go to tertiary free. So these allocations are there to solve these issues. That is inclusive education, funding for people with disabilities and special schools. Because we have a school for deaf, we have school for physically challenged people. So these funds are going there specifically. So in this budget, the budget has not left anybody behind.
Okay.
I'm a shaman talk popular budget, I'm a teacher talk popular. mes no talk popular ma sukuvio talk popular ma adalanya disabled person adalanya me kana na mala disabled talk popular ma. Then we go to curriculum relevance. Curriculum relevance. Nko ofiana afiakoba the things that we are learning today, how relevant is it to the world order today? No use from me like ba. How relevant are they? Gone were the days that we used to learn certain things. But as we are growing, we realize that those things that we learned are not helping the job market today. So relevance of the curriculum, of the things that we are learning today. So allocations to support educational reforms. What are reforms? You bring things like robotics.
Okay.
Robotics, AI, and all those things. Because those things are the things, they are trendy today. So you can't live in the past. So reforms, new reforms. So you make allocation for all these things. So yeta miapa do like na kona ganya ojia. Yeta allocation yoru. And one funny too is that even after doing all these allocations, the education minister, based on what he wants to do, the sector should grow. The allocation is not even enough to cater for all these things. And in all honesty, the problems that we have inherited and all the situations and the things we are trying to solve vis-a-vis the money allocated, it is not enough. But it is a good start. But a government will come and look at specifics. No yona miapo education sector affecting. No yona food miapo education sector. Watenga dejishimo adegaro to the tune of 39.2 billion Ghana cedis. It is something that is tilted towards the right direction. So let me miapo education. Even the recent one allocation what has the allocations done? The previous budget gave rise to the payment of capitation grants, gave rise to the payment of examination fees to our students, gave rise to so many good things that we have been seeing. Recently, I heard my colleague teachers complaining of an allowance that they have been taking, which they claim the government has cancelled. But when the money has been paid, we have not heard them say anything any longer.
Okay.
I believe if you can criticize for someone doing the wrong thing, where the person does the right to, you should be able to applaud. So, you see, John Mahama is a person, or this government. Education is very critical. Education is very important. Yet, even the allocation made for the education sector is the highest ever in percentage terms. Last time on Ofiema Gronyama, the highest ever in percentage, the increment in percentage terms.
18%.
Yes, it's the highest ever. So, Yokata, they are an indication that the NDC government is ever ready to right all the things, the wrong that have been committed by our predecessor. We are not here to complain. Ghanaians, so they have given us the mandate to rule this country. No complaint. And have you seen anybody complain about the budget when it was read? Even to the extent that the opposition, they were happy. After the budget has been read, they were happy. When you look at one of the MPs, Honorable Stephen Amwa, he praised the budget, that the budget was a good thing. The NDC government is doing well. Just that he is not ready to credit the NDC government all the things that they have done for the result we are seeing today. You talk about Glongabo, the NDC government is doing well, but they have not done anything. If somebody is doing well, but they have not done anything to show for what they are doing, the benefit we are getting, then it's like you are so the budget on the education is a deal breaker, and I believe everybody mashama ikana nya jukwan ya mavi ika suku da nyodo anjijone adala nya suku vio anya no fiala anya jilao because na nya jilade ye viwa atenwa achiapa the sanitary pad mapleta ye jidudu ba ya nap sanitary pad. It is a plus. Then ye jilade ye jidudu glomba vio dogo suku a pass new fine. gakema kpo gana di university ye jidudu ba free stress fee the government will pay your fee as you enter the first year. The government will pay everything. Then from second year going, then you go for student loan. Even student loan has been increased so that people who will take it can be able to cater for themselves. So all these things have been rolled up for our kids, even ourselves. I can go to school anytime. So for the etama budget Mahama reform so New York education sector. If you check around, you will see that we are behind. Some of the schools are behind when we talk about infrastructure. And these allocations are going to cater for all these things. Over 50. Because due to the free senior high school, the number has increased. The enrollment has increased. So if a teacher, can you imagine a teacher catering for over 70 students, over 50 students? Even coming in class 20, 25, we don't pay attention. To even talk of people, students being in a class to the tune of 70, 50, the teachers will suffer. They just want the students to pack themselves in the classroom. They are doing so because they don't have the infrastructure. So these allocations are going to take care of these things. These allocations, the GET fund, the one that has been given to GET fund, the one given to the ministry itself, coming together 39.2 billion Ghana cedis. And I can pray and believe that Mawuntona Lamasa Wanangsa education minister. Sometimes the allocations will be made and the monies will be reimbursed. They will be remitted to the various accounts. But people who are supposed to take responsibility of the usage to utilize their funds as they have been allocated, they don't always do the right thing. But it is my prayer. This amount has been allocated for this specific project. We can call the person out. The media is there to call the person out. Right. We will sit here again and talk about these same things. Okay. On authority and in all honesty, the budget as has been read as a whole is a hope for this country. And the education sector specifically, we are going to see improvement as the figures are going to prove that.
All right. Yeah. Ale mi ga generate ga ale fi mi to ga fi akpo ga ya wa yenye tado mi we mobile use scrap tax ado COVID-19 levy ado reform ro advantage bo afuma o ye juru akpo na ifa ga ocho na nyama ha wona ifa do ala shaba mi te target ya meet ga by 2026 mi agado this allocation ayi church chare kama complain chare kama no esa class ga honde vioshi ano chop money honde vioshi ano de vio nyana ho ma yin ploto mo kata
for some obiabia ala ajegaji mia chicho glona nya na ba ka kokko ngo gua ye yado ma glo ha ba manye budget ye budget banto e ke jidudu ya khlo budget vai ala ba le budget mama o cancel e-levy le budget mama o cancel e-levy o cancel taxes aro ka ke mi mfumvia Ghana has not stopped working. Mi o mi afọ modo ne to kon kaka yi na ho amodo do eji mi afọ see defense penyon oji. So many things are going on in this country. You know John within the Ketu South Municipality. So many when you are traveling from Accra, the motorway, all those roads are being constructed. They are under construction. The taking of taxes will not stop Ghana running. I love your concern. But I believe before they even come out with this budget, they have considered your question. Budget but still, you do that. All
right. Thank you. Grateful. Ramoli, good afternoon. But you also have the same 15 minutes to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You are mia fa todo lo kata vient toi a chigni party mo to kata todo ndoya madugba now party executive sao alaba nyento nyefa amaga chama petit haliga fisha fikol my boss madugba no na nyefa assembly han le toji my good friend honorable bright agboada madugba tohino ha alaba nyefa dalonwa tobo kon dojeklo le gbagba to kon da klo nyamada madugba tohine miakata yo akpa fokush egba mi ga gada fama alaba abale ke ko yina ne atafonya onyeba na pomon popo val radio a ta flache mon popo onyeba miakata miaza ko afian alo ko a discuss nya alaba todo lo na asi asen ngomo so serecho egbo ta bale ke nya brother jatabu lenya nya ha malaga ma this one is a budget alaba makanji ba budget goma kwenye ba na wo dodo da ofo wona danchi le gafa kpaji alaba le miwa fo ma ha mi wona dodo kunare mi afa nu wona donchi amorefia ate global fo ya ma ye gegegoro nyichoa ye wish ba ya flanyigba half plot ye wish ba ya chuhongwire kadeji ye wish ba ya flami plot to monye budget to prepare ka you prepare budget ma de fika oga opogola ko odoma maybe I might feel ba o ye fa do you om yele na ye gafu branch de fika e hana ye 50 cedis kokpo 100 cedis a day na kwekpere ma okay ke ate flanyigo ya chuko ya deji and so kaka it is not firmly established ba kokoku a branch man have ate for 50 cedis so ate branch man have for 20 cedis ka for projection ya na wo amate meet get equally at the end of for 10 year the dario and so now prepare budget yo hlenemia ajua ba yo jiba yo azan 33.3 billion Ghana cedis a makana jiba is a proposal alo anya nane ko nglo ba yenya guy ka yo jiba akona ministry ya alaba call for doda shell but again fi yo gakpoga cho makana jiba consider and not all of them that will work to that 100% bo akpoga cho akpamo and so all this yo kata your brother jatabu list fear we may see only 30% of it, we may see only 50% of it, and we may see 100% of it, depending on aleko kokpo gakova or doyao. But in any case, jatapo nyonyeba la posha for majiru de shade ona gadodo de ministry de shade nchi alaba agba mi ba mi ala nkuda mi for education sector e kamia kata mi nyaba to develop the human resource in my country largely depend on education you can have alaba nyama gado mi la fia me development resources so lean na mi ashigba through education mi akata kule mi de sukwe na we have the skills to communicate to the listeners alaba nyaba education na maliwa ka human resource na la du kwanhye ha egbono anyi gba noga and for that matter me feel na ba the one of the ministry called located and hugely is to be for the education and even the health sector because mayokata human resource yokata both the skills and unskilled labor yokata la dukwanshia largely the skilled labor so kata to education and so expenses like pama asonagbon so a guy out there but kanjiba the government communicator at least gado but get fund how you hogala pai you get a sanitary pad for pai you get a school fee for pai you get a capitation mark pai all those things were they are under Ministry of Education. And so no the gamma koida pamawa what we have to ask is the allocation are they or release girl in timer now no release in time day let's hope the rationale you can tie or allocate the gamma ministry ma make for fulfillment on the ground. So when we take for example afun fokuda housing for teachers but get fund you pay allo government akwe ba teacher offer bungalow so for housing system so nya problem yeta government had the garden get fund ba wakokpo numa ogbo but what he failed to tell us yenya ba for the government per wawo housing projects na teachers so abaleki ogbelenia at which level is it from the pre-tertiary level to the tertiary level allo is it only for the secondary level and so then your ministry or release the ganevoa you know government communicator mate center fiko domo ogelo so far as the education level is concerned wa kanya nya as opposition communicator them feel ba wa namnya ba okay guy you gonna get fund in terms of housing what focus on the secondary sector, allow what take it from the pre-secondary sector even to the tertiary sector. Kaka, for one reason or the other, maybe a fever that you are told this line, Tamanami, that specific. But we only hope and pray. But it is true, but when you go to some secondary schools, especially senior housemasters, so senior staffs, plan the cover, though largely all known a poor OG. Kaka secondary school, for example, you go to Aflao school here. Dober is a day school, okay? Kaka and noble what you have maybe the headmaster or the assistant or the senior housemaster. Plus, super wa anok boja no monitor, okay? Kaka ne banner the Aflao school a milieu. They say we need the 3 town crown, suku a hoyo left man teacher wa is inadequate. Abakwa teacher do equal one of boji a supervise. The viawa aweba homo akpamo. And so if a government think but you allocate a guy and get fund but work for housing projects but a teacher wa kedu kumia dogbara, but we want to see the fruitfulness of that allocation. And number 2, na gama ide dog at least we have about 4 or 5 secondary schools in Ketu South. At least me akpo homa the Kala secondary school there because we cannot cover all the schools in Ghana, we know. Kakia the kadetire ha no avane mile Ketu South. And again aga namye nya from because nyama budget agbaja, so I break it down emi and namye nya ba o allocate garden ha ba ko a reshape curriculum ya zamye le calculator mo wa relate to the international standard. But I want to ask, I have I have a small challenge over there because my nyaba curriculum around me when you take politics out of it. Nyakata mye nyaba is centered on a learner. Especially me after akuda suku via onchi. They make get them for primary to JHS, even to the secondary school called new curriculum agomo fia. Nyakata mye nyaba largely a curriculum ya zamye le fia. Suku via opa gagere so swamea asogbon chicha woto. Ye ka fia bo wele gbegbo suku via mi afia mo le to wo facilitate ta o mi banya. Plus we mi observe, mi monitor the via na practice mi aglon curriculum ale. And anu gado the robotic ko glon fia today. Na ide mi for basic school so computing teachers so you going to don via. What thing na mi anya but there's a topic in computing con robots. Alaba nyafo nu fiala mokata o roboting play me fiam de via in this same curriculum in Kazamia levia. And so I don't know curriculum ye wo go gabon now. Hey yakoe the government communicator for to expatiate or differentiate that also to us. But nyaba the curriculum that we are using now it meet the standard. Alaba the target the via economy asoma they have to practice more than the teachers. Now again, how can I mean nyaba o the guy na ministry across super miapo feeding, they want to see good quality of food for the learners. Alaba learners wa dun back tomao. Yes, of course. Mashama la toji fia todo ma anya nweba. Mashama jiju nyeba ipo vi kana the secondary school fia. Wa adun bagbe. Alaba maybe na maga sopa pomoto ha wa at least maga no. Alo maga glo akpanko wa pomoto. And so you made your education go from 2017 you know do nam de viao in some sectors who are me segumaba the support do do mo dagifo me akata me no akpa ya me no afon afia me fon kuranchi even schools in Ketu Safia crowd video ado tema mo do kuji na show video man and you question me on me o call a video man, okay? And so me feel ba agba me le fear when you listen to students. I don't know the change in the quality in the food now. You want ya change ke ba via we but because you ku vinye yo na in the secondary school na ba bia agba wa. They told me ba me adu yo le mo domo jene yo nyiro e mama ji jene yo nyiro te mo nya quality akaye nyebo brother jatabu bo yo cover fi yo ka chuchugere jike ya nyemo ponya hado before NDC na ba power lo ba power cha minister o na me nya ba na gayo dana education ministry you came as exam this year you get 2025 budget allocation go warning I think it's 31 point something billion Ghana cedis go dana ministry of education na o na me nya ba you ga ko gonna head teachers awo alebo be fleur food items sawa damne de viawo and me gala duema vu komi sagada na me nyaba gayo ko na head teachers wa you mo potare mi odan de viawo e ma wa yeke ko teta o ga go back to the old way where the buffer stock abi ko ndu akowe na school viawo. It is the same buffer stock food ye ko dam MPP hala school via. It is the same one ye ko dam oga levia. And so when they say there is a change in quality or whatever it is, nye makpo nya, but school via mo popom na like podia, they confirm to me. But me do you le chan ye ko do yoga le. But we pray when they change another ha never dem yakata mi akpo. In any case, you see, anytime we try to politicize, but MPP government or MPP party all against the sanitary pad, I don't understand. Yeah. Ya te po nyonyo me nyabo de gaova 200 something million Ghana cedis work of sanitary pad na de viao. Again, for the last this year, nyasuko ma sanitary pad once up to normal gakoko we hadeko. School village from is it from class 6 or so? Because also the view subbo sanitary pad work of it or take it I think from class 6 to JHS 3. Call it up to the best of my knowledge. Because now chumanyeta madam dora and my phone call the view of Rashiva Koi. Now, Makanajiba other schools are ha. Maybe I'm more hot ton. I'm more hot for the whole year. I'm a my view who Yeko Zamu Lefia. You want to Zamu from January to December when you maponya. Okay, so I yoga or Gafiare, a Vovaka Hoga next year, I got Zagaka from January to December. So when we question the distribution, but no at from our opinion, I'm free, but no. Now when you want to maybe temly, okay, no, I come on the view tem, no gabo next time, I come on the view tema, but that one also has the cost on the government. But I can't give a location or factor no more catandem, have your location, man. So let me question, but party am of your the view, for example, let's go your money because of a fear. December it doesn't mean but the MPP government or the MPP party is against the distribution of sanitary pad. MPP home. So let's take this thing out of that but me feel but allo me long nu ya glomolo. And lastly happy madashi nu ya. You see, how long will it take NDC to implement the so-called reform we call echo in opposition? You remember in opposition na menyaba the view for sogbon the view for manya sogbon is as a result of ale you are from no kemo. It's as a result of double track system we go practicing. And for 1 year now nanyaba government communicator got complain he came over for government afia first by dogo le miabashi nka the view last year me dogo and year by dogo agade sukwama yeah the same problem. Okay, you could face me galia. Then I want to question the reform. You can be promised we are covering me in terms of vacation. Allow me never know the view can amo do na guana jimamaton. Agba afunya village ata want a team of yellow that am video hacker mofia second year. So if you still complain about this, you come you are coming to reset the educational sector, you are coming to reset the road sector, everything you are coming to reset. You me for 1 year. The you got more can no jimama and then when you radio you got complaining about that, but the next year budget is going to solve that problem. I don't know where we are driving towards.
All right,
and so kush.
Yeah,
this is just a budget, but it's a hope for all Ghanaians, but what solicit for fund the revenue. I love what food all this reaching to the various ministries.
Okay.
Plus we know what all Ghanaians make a time.
Thank you.
We can share equal benefits from whatever that they are doing.
Grateful.
To the nation.
Honorable Molly Salvation. Jima might be 1 year into government. Has the NDC government cancelled the free SHS as you claim, or position them in the government? But no, reset means cancellation.
Well, I can say that NDC government cancel free SHS.
So why from those perspectives, those days, nobody they are coming to reset. Me educate more a radio station, but it means cancellation. Yeah, you see, you know, in a history we say history deals with facts and evidence. Okay. But the anger of most communicators, including my good self, then was me trace the record of the NDC government previously in line with educational policies. For example, let me have tertiary education, teachers allowance came into being now. You feel it is the fact where any civil power led by the current president Mahama. And now
he will continue the payment of the allowance. Okay. And previously for against Suzuka Taye teacher on allowance, university tobacco allowance, and all those things. And then you have power within the shortest possible time, within the short period that cancel that money. And Layupon for Mahaku the phrases prior to this election. And I mean our phrases is causing more harm or something. But phrases that there's no good structure for the phrases. These are his words. And so Nanya link that statement to your previous actions in the same educational sector. I may conclude. But it is obvious when we have attention cancer.
So is it the problems of the English he used or the concept of MPP not understanding the word reset and reform of a double track or of a free SHS?
Yes, of course. There's no problem with the English he used.
Okay.
He used a simple and a clear English.
Okay.
Kakama Brobora Tanka may associate that English to a previous action. And we pass judgment on you over ye.
Okay.
But it is possible. Okay, a lot not possible, but attention.
But remember global not possible. You say direct statement. But John Mahama never reset as me. It means cancellation. So I'm not surprised. Was it a politics me or at that time?
No, you see.
Or it was just a propaganda.
No, it was not a propaganda. Okay, you remember, but you make conference with the current.
No, let's deal with what you said, not what they say.
Yes, no,
we'll come there.
So leave for reference at that. But it is not a propaganda.
Okay.
It is also not just a politics. Kaka mi gbogbo alo gbogbo no ba. Nya fufu ya na contest in ke odujifia. Ye for commentaries. Okay? Both in the past. Have you about Rudia? I mean, have you about Rudia Bantua? You came here no campaign with free SHS far back at 2016. You for counter comment against that policy. Have you about Rudia? You for comment against the policy. I inform Nyanya Mauli Salvation.
And the whole MPP.
Yes. So, but we can make that possible conclusion. But nanya ba amea funfo yale ka attention ava mo boida baba cancel it. And so thank be to God ma cancel you.
Okay, so
yes.
I think when the source of funding to agenda 111.
Well, the source of funding is a government funding.
So where is the money from?
Oh, kush makana government funds so ochuna yafa joga o man. Ochuna maybe yafa kashino ndo medrana na mu like betaklo tomao. And so manyaba is from the government coffers. I'm going to come in. It is not manyaba suka be a question here. I am not questioning where the NDC will get the fund for Afia corner ministries here. I am not questioning that. Na makanya follow me.
Question don't
yes, question a biama. You see something a be a question a it is not wrong when I deduce further question can attention biama from that too. But the question here is that and I'm telling you it's from government coffers.
Government coffers.
Yes.
In your source.
Yes.
Okay. Teacher, and I strongly believe you may understand better than I do. I always sit behind the console every day. I'm also teaching, though, but my field of teaching at all, not all. Now, what is the mandate for Get Fund?
Get Fund mandate is purposely to bring infrastructure in the schools.
So does it differentiate Get Fund so brings infrastructure to secondary school, to SHS, to basic school, to university, or just infrastructure in educational sector?
No, it's infrastructure in the educational sector.
So now mother global the gaba what you a teacher. Why do you say whether you don't know whether it's a primary, it's GSS, but now understand but Get Fund for mandate what you infrastructure? Why those questions?
Yes, those questions are genuine in a sense, but you got to mean about Get Fund, even school so the Get Fund my project are only okay. Purposely, I to school corner the via when there's a need in the school. Largely, I school corner land that tree. I love figure school home lower. Get Fund coming now. I provide shelter and the via through a hojuchuma. I'm going to come in. And the difference here is that here is towards the teachers. Okay. We got to Bangalore the teachers
so in plural, not teacher. And
yes.
we know. Na teacher university. Are you not a teacher as well?
Sure.
KG, are you not a teacher?
Exactly.
Why the impulse from that question? But the what you gonna, I'm all a primary law, I'm all a GSS law, I'm all a university law. But the teachers, you should be applauding this government.
No, I'm not that. The more applaud more. The initial idea behind get for any banker, what you suku hold the way you suku homelo. Alaba the via you couldn't supply you get what the first strong man alone.
If you want to locate get finance got to honor teachers. So now we have a teacher cow.
No, not the teacher cow.
That's the question you ask.
The difference is that get farm project get away for calling me up on the via suku hold to namel. How you watch you for the teacher am loma. And I am saying that teacher not to school for the car, they have a blab at him loma. At him grandma strong. I cannot to bang out the kind of teacher, I can't tell my demative grandma I'm on. Okay, so my argument of my question is that projects you own an school via it house number of students. Now, if you are teacher to Obwagaba, never if you coach in the school, we are about 16 on the staff. Not to bang out the car at the house, Miakata. No, so
don't bungalow the cat sugar you one or the one way blom.
Okay, maybe you are taking bungalow 15. No,
do global hot sugar chicha. You are trying to make comment out of it. Do global bungalow the cat tuna chicha. Obo hot sugar me a chicha. So do global bungalow the cat sugar.
Well, if the idea is better, for example, what you bungalow na chicha 50 kata maybe toko chicha 25 level that plotomo. What you know kata? Fair enough.
But don't cut an baby, but teacher kauchuna, I government communicator, not them, let Tomo kata.
Yeah, that's a fear of my problem. If you have a question, you might answer no. In my mind, you might never teach a cap watching on a school poji, I want to teach our catala poju. I'm a cocomi. Your money abonate 3 tons school via there over 100 staffs over there. No to Bangalore, they knew what things you had to teach all of them.
And the staff more Yamamola.
Oh, most of them all want to rented apartment, all want to my home.
So, Nanyaba, no fear lao, me far coni, based on a good domi. A Kajaba Baumia Dogomia teacher, don't banami. Is that not correct? Is it correct?
I don't go me a teacher.
Yeah.
You must say, baby.
Baumia Dogo teacher groups our.
Yeah, I do go our leader, our union leader. So,
but Globia or Nanonemia.
Sure. I made a lot of promises.
And I don't Madogomia.
Yeah.
I won't monemia.
Oh, yes.
I to honemia.
Yes.
I to honemi. Macao Trina.
Oh, what you
get store, Jesus store, Bangor the Kakochu.
Oh, no, for Nyanya school. You see, actually, what you get from classroom so the
teacher.
Classrooms is a room.
No.
So, classroom is a room.
What you honemi a teacher,
yes. You know that. La ku for mo go do mi apolide so mo na ma nyaba wa tu bank our teachers so am lo mo.
I think blo nana do education policy are ko wo ka mate wo like ba mi a bla fi mate da konia.
Oh, aso we mo da konia that there's no way going to that side.
But the policies are there.
Yeah, they are there.
Unless me go you go.
About you we aloma we ba mi mo da konia.
I make reference to Nanado.
Yes.
Afi your ba
exactly.
So I'm speaking
so Nanado policy for teachers. Even if via Lancers teachers so you should be recognized as teachers. Yes, indeed.
I'm talking about infrastructure. When it comes to bungalow to name a teacher, room for name a teacher.
Oh, you see, Kush, you broaden the question. Okay.
I am being specific. I'm not broadening the question. I'm being specific.
No, now that you are specific, like the first question,
what the subject of discussion in a teacher from none of you are beyond Mamati them about where to go to KG Chichaulo, University Chaulo, SJ, no, bottom Buguaro, beyond Nana don't go back to Honami Chichao, Yamloma.
Oh, yes, and Nana don't go back to I improve of infrastructure in the various schools.
Like you don't want to answer my question, let's move on.
Yes,
I wouldn't want to waste much further because you don't want to answer. So
no, that's the answer to your question.
No, you can't. You don't.
So you ask a question to predict my answer, but I can't answer for your prediction. So question
I am asking you a genuine question.
So that is why I'm giving you the answer.
So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
Get to know whether your answer is right.
All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa qul rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mida kuna mau ya ganami more program over guy mi gaba do go le Holy FM 98.5 emi be bon chwana na Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ba ko yo ga tam do na madu na alaji yakini alaji ulumatu manu na goji kuma saja amina rahma ajala atifa ko yawo bisakinini kan ku madu na bakata fu achu madu na madu na ona ba samkush awizo mimi suvira awizo madu na Mr Sensitive honorable from the state madu na MPP representative awule fumba dolo akata sara madu na akata mo koma do na Mr Isaac Agbanyo Vanavino do na mi akata mshama le to ya madu na Apochi Lucky John repera le MTN bo pozi ku na anyebo mo sawa Micah Mr John madu to hino l'Islam afia mi be kafla tarachi egbodudu is part of respect be anayi fa na do na mi amunya kula mi amunya na do na ami obo futo ko bo futo ala na do na is part of respect in Islam for the konya be afo be kula fo na be jata shivala afa ba gbadu ma ya gbo na fo gaga wa manya MPP to mo do na awe na podo Ghana agency last as program abi dun se no tag gba ma yan MPP attack cho me ndi sabonyo ta na kama wa yiku leko ya no ta ona waja ta shi agbadu ma ya ahuna na ma lekan ya la mo fo no jumovio Jatabu yeah mo fo no jumovio ona waja Jatabu ta na ahuna na ma sia okay oh manya abuna very you have moral training you have respect papa bokpo ma no ta agba na honde mo sia education is a backbone na every developed country na pojulo chichin kwa na po banka education lo be school denyawo o chichimi ma ye o ya be budget le kaminya mi ko ne aba ina agbeto sha agbeto ale ya we mo na budget a mantengo yiganyo agbeto do plan na ha plana ya yingo ne le te for kai mo budget na bo chua nka du gama le chua nka gama la mo te ngo yigo ye ne me o plan na me o plan ni for instance agbo Christmas afia mi ga luxury plan no budget bo e agbona afia Christmas ama wunyi anya bo kokro bo gama le show ne mo nya plan wo nya yiva na na ba na ngbegbon shike me ava government sector e agbona afia ma desro ka pon mo so nka me azan maza can drinker alo maza bigo eke ya save cost na elebo ma julo haya wapum doka omele gama tekboga achu ho alo afrain gba alo achu machine the common one ebe egba fibo do ma ya sande abi adamo kula ne ko hanes la shimare atedia ateflo tomato saplatajia never gabanya 97 ko 50 na ko short volume ma tegba balok le jumo tegba na ogo ta agbeto na plan ko ya budget ya na plan re chonchi eta mo chogru aba ne devi fuju na janya akpona magbo bana mo chi janya akpona ngo ba fika yigemale fika yimale ya mo chi akpona ngo devi akpona magbo ta agbeto ro abuna zavana government of the day garbage in garbage no over play budget o nrun ababa fika yo ga pogale ncho magla ona bo do konyo ba gali already aba gali ho ta ya gali ho nyamanya fika yi ukpogalo tana ba budget be ona no 2 million ye ba ko 1.5 akpo edoro ba chuna poji ta government nya bo de jo shika cost backlog nami le 2025 budget shika affect the view member view mo fo no jumo ve jilaw pe the view ngo wasifia o ka kambo me adako na ndiso be ndisa feel you do enyela disa ma believe ma Muhammad mark ma ba amurua admitting with that as amurua okpo ba aw ye feel ba ye ba game ye feel no chijo fi obo akufa ado chijo no chijo for Muhammad chijo o fi ba do ma here ye feel you because of nka free SH free university stress free bon yata feel majority because a guy azana in your university wa ya na ma ko BC the jilaurun fufun concerning those things chika malaba in ma ta budget tsunami 3.9 billion which is in dollar 3.3 billion dollar 39.2 billion cedi chikanya 3.3 billion dollar o cost su baba you akochu o hanu kan school ho yi o for esa mission gabo school ho ma shikele fuma ho adoma ha wa wunami wa chu school ep school shikele and ona ba setabela classroom block church ho mai de view o le church wa top ayi form 3 le ep school na ifila ko classroom lo show na yuhuma goduma Mr. Setabela bo school de view la akamu no na classroom ba akamu o 7 time bana o na ya vraiment top ma o won do mo po won o po dagbe na sepon ko pa hode nya aya de hotel o do de ta government abi a school mo shikele Ketu South kam Ketu South vi as vi mo ko na Ketu South kam mo agamo anu ho ya wa ku akpom agbo obo teacher obo ho teachers house ni wa ho wa chuchi maybe chief house na teacher wa no plus wa a day like you dey do akofia at times because of the pagiju dinsansa of na teacher truancy or lateness teacher ruchi na po no fun pobo fia chidovia achuka kafia school alugaro mo china magbe sabie to ba ina afibana no chuo na teacher okugo teporo kwa ke won oboji ajem over curriculum reform me abo mfiafia nyatepe na mi kpo a mi su mi school mi be so na no shike obo na so biology na be so cockroach. What is the essence of that? Be so gbagbaja kanya me abo time obo oko gbagbaja bo identify the species mi wo makata what is the impact nka mo ko gbagbaja won fia amoro be so popolo a strong ruminant mama say the class by mammalia animalia plantar receptor to makata nkai what is the impact ya omila nkai ta o like STEM program shikanya science technology engineering and mathematics shikanya artificial intelligence anyopa na devia le devima yovu kona na yovu jibifia na devia ya nyevufola ko poni do me devia ko gango be rashi fufu kwa yovu ko devia na chia he or she will be a good drama na devia ha dun kwa o plan ni cho devima vachi na banya na ma mha yovu ko longo na mi ma wa devia unyo ya wochwa na we miss priority maybe devia because me rapport the camera to me rapport vinye ss ama be say wa view akpobo agina be aton alo na mobile gbon redo gbon ai woni instead akpo de ba na repair abi wo repair abo asimi se be school ta bia na school ava glory be aba career na school abi feel pot because money mama will call he's not endowed with education ta mu anu kuba ana ejua nachi na what implement no te kpo ga we another one anemi kpo obo you are doing sir get founder the kolinanka elina wa moto alungere wa ko doing sir school agbanyala for instance hochuchu wa dagari abona mo na mo don ko ajona so na no soro john dari but unfortunately get founder our GTP this year get founder ga have actual GTP 4% pay which is insignificant shikamata wananoko but get founder no Ghana cover education sector adura take land share let me have a budget or let me have a GTP ma va ga via 4% anko ato get founder akpona hochuchu the school agbana popular school popular the especially scholarship the via able suda kwa one scholar why you have so agba close wa anya nna adua na mi yia o ga gbo double tracker you stop double tracker fear you afio ga agbogbodonoji nya enya mo suspicion double tracker abonyama this year they get the BC get go as compared to last year they get the school because the view on be pa o meta post school feel na po this year about the view year school o didi poto instead mi jibo mi grow the viewer mo ko strategy onyebo yakọ stop double tracker so na intake allow the viewer bon so nya kwa double tracker amu so gbon ita o ma wa moro no yin dokuchumo amoro no exam moro no idan shigba moro apply she close to class matter or because the formal issue malo she another one yen o ga ko ba she ka ga adem ajin be mi akwa over infrastructure o po 2 billion bo ko chu maybe GHS primary kindergarten plus teacher over bangalo plus sanitation like wa plus partner David to beji wa post school ji wa lebene school anu but some of this fund it will come from district assembly but wa ko per education sector curriculum overhaul ya mo jama da shire ji ala bo no ate ko nyiva ko so me ab school de me ga be strong ko gba ja me agbo it will not be any impact for it. Over introduce practical skill like AI, artificial intelligence, shika premianchi, and robotic from early year. But the VNH, for instance, anyancho computer, local corner computer, one and design, like ne visual art, anya, local corner computer, call phone again, who draw now. One year, Benva, the views of strong fuel cover, pono, yo, modin, could you call astronomy. You know, government maybe to some extent this laptop ne view. Then you got for get fund guy Okonoa is almost getting to $901 million o cover work on infrastructure equipment in get fund across what teacher support over allocation for teachers housing and allowances but work on that teacher watch on the teacher global allowances across what doing so man yabai name guy here name about GDP benchmark this year it doesn't other way 4% shika negere Ghana enya me about education sector amete na kogo vanya mo agbo yebe nem ko last year be budget o ko 31.7 yenya nyawo o project va agawo have almost 19 there was a backlog of 12 million tanem ko nem ko the ministry into education minister he was complaining but a guy who carry one and edu funders in Afro research edu fund a guy who na kafletrachi mete awodo nem ko last year for instance me ko last year nkamo last year shike I reflect agamu onawa they were projected for 42.2 billion boy I support in education boy initiative like free SHS free tertiary level like especially ya ga on PWD chikanye amoyo people living with disability visually impaired amoyo with maimed and people we are and then another one over infrastructure for out of that projection was 42.2 over 31.3 omote ko kata now oga do fele Ghana education shika Haruna Adrisa last time 419 was making comment Haruna was nodding head when yatebe about do doing time yo aga mote poga awon yo fresh HS obo stopper obo anticipate by 2027 no stop ya fika ye gale mi akwa fresh HS o ka Ghana last 3.5 fika nka o wole gawam o gbogboma devi unyo do no school amoko no ma over the view motem ya vient le kita squad mote duna on moduna squad bon kafla o down the view prison abon du na ase goma the view motem mun gbagbere ka duna squad ko mi to ya tepo na yu am na ho amole ka ju ata tepo fia abon yu adun the view la squad o motem du more o jilo ga kona chop mon ra because ndu am no du am obe wona mi taun ya le cha mi bo ya ba wa ye bo de mote o mo na mi ga po apabuwa chikanya me akpo free nya yegma agloma lebedu because I don't know because of that the view te fail was she because almost 52% of fail me abo was this school but before you go for receipt when you view am won majisha mon of deck sometimes pass the more they the more they pass they fail about of deck anan munye shika kafla man yanko nyo no there's a probability of passing wasi more than of deck no me te pass wasi paper la jo more than 3 kwa ya no feeling darara na paper reka edena maje ba eton na mara you abaya even on of deck amun na yebi passa kama na ko the more you write amara no had retention people are almost sometimes no the more you write because no of deck as a private or ga one before you register for one paper na fear maybe 200 or 15 paper reka after registration I buy a class maybe a month 500 spark a class a month 500 na per month after that center allocator one or coin can't have no imagine a July amane for be ataka card they feel in because of some negligence on our this afi agawa ngunya ta mukata alaba akpogwe because chicha over chicha blame kloto chicha mo na ko they have to resource the what do this send chicha akufo adobo time obo for pasco no review but over bastard has involved for pasco for review ana review o pass nka mi for review nka mi on agbanu omo le school le tevito chicha they are complaining about the allowances but when the backbone why tena one age parents so they are complaining now but gazan you le free SHS agbosun you gazan le un for promo PTA ba garu ga kulkulu hon lo share parents are complaining the NDC people they are complaining ya ofana gwa na pomo ofana gwa agba nyo na gaba complaining school banya le every am school because of gabanya every am tell school every ala pon ba ya nurse nya akpa mmukata mia obromi gbon nya ajugbon juma viola akpa nya vona le politician bana for like am glove este wa take you wow ratification ba no challenge le fia nya wo nwa pon ba nwa jojo aleke este me asombo nya gbra me ala oh elete polo like me afford me amaga me no challenge ba elete po bon nya gbon juma viola as at mo ho amodro on concerning education bon ya more than 3 egba amogboa amodro they are complaining the July do big baby struggle band they be fan they be comfortable say you play am you mo na you ba so ya me ada corner party that's how they started losing election na grow no oya because no le pa ohun aba ba mo yo da corner yo instead me I take you when you grab me ala oh me how did I do like me oga na ko MP wakaka do ko your position tell me ya makọ wu plan ya omolele nyama dokoba criticize amoyaba yibe mo wonyu owole there's no value for money agakata kamola do po no imo komenya leko dokoyi na afimo gbona tamija agba no collaborate play teacher so play jumo view anya agbomio mi like social commentator o si plus bo wajua wachi aba nyam ko bo balok ya baba ma ye ko creep me aba education sector mo ye ba review bo maso like review mo so we do ba yeah is part of the yeah affect me about free me about what's this year subsequently BC year they started from BC you fail what's you fail next year no ga repeat my next year kana they will live to regret it.
All right akwa na ma shama ba ni da fu ma ko ni da ko da go ma ka je ma ka da ko na ku fodo ma ka da ko na John Mahama because manya MPP NDC president awe mark na do kpo akaje miss na ba why is an independent body miss na nyama is that correct?
Yeah magble ha bai
I can tell you blomba fon bu because never the view ro pass fear me chicha ogun akafuga bo we jagbagba fia no the view me view jagbagba me view pass yala the ke the view to almost strong balo social studies about social media social studies about social media na the view and na get the views kupo di fi ababeto even from PCs moli ya chicha phone is on the bill am the chicha ro show it's in their bags na nyebo pacho suku the kind of thing they do with their phones at the end of do for the viewer you be amazed na the people you class zama na paul makavo junction pleta foto po wa fudo ga nya the view on to do na bo you class pele amayo wa den la ovua. You ask yourself, Jilala Mayashia. So let us not blame the people failing. Solemnly, Bobo, you more Kodaga, because government has made each policy. It left with the children to learn. They should learn. Policy and people talk of him about we are in digital world. Let them use phone in school. I don't know, do some complain, but they view pornographic or and why can't they lock certain things or just our non-internet usage? Why load curriculum would the cinema it should not work? Why can't we do that? As I go why we are like educational material we are not let the SIM card dogo. It should not take any network. Not very possible. Anyway, thank you, Chief Imam.
No, afina juro goyari. Ba o mi sa mi abling aventa. Na over Uncle Vincent no agbo.
Yamo maga blame government. Yamo maga blame government. Aka blomba. Yeah. They you feel mo kodago. When you low chef you fail.
Oh, Devio, as by the time they 19 years
old. Over your fate, you must
over yeah, but you tell me in your feeling because of free, says free, you now yet to feel close to
Omaga condition. Omaga the MPP.
Yet I will go when Yamanyaba over negligence of over presumption.
So you should educate them.
I'm doing that. Yet admitting that
that shouldn't be on radio, but we must call that particular party. And then, yeah, that when young customer Jagana Pogumala, one I care, Holy Affair, International Park, Atlantic Bridge Hotel, Water Tomala, Jinia Punkablo, and Yagba, Hana Jam Plus, stand up comedy, Pakula stage play for 1 hour, American one, Ama, Fuseni, Anafma, Beju, Anafma, Adomanu, Anafma. Gaswe la bista anafma F4 Agbovi Agbenohavi Sister Vic onya myoke our stage play comedy nami jamono music popo anafma alebe gbangba ha o condom magba na ma shama alaba Volta Region 15 years we moga condoms na go ba yina kayin yo mo condom ma yo mo vivi secretary mo zagota gbangba o condom ha magana mi la gboso so magba alebe na nyen kosema guest artist nya Black Billo cho hokwa nya meka ba jihanami aleba professional DJ aba DJ Sisma amayona MC nya DJ Gauga kula DJ Kasa aleba 7 p.m. sharp kwa wana kata ejagoma le Atlantic Breeze Hotel le Aflao Locust Beach amachuchu 10 Ghana cedi kwenye kpoma roga aleba na gare mo kpoma 10 cedi so Ghana condom ama na koju akoya foma la ba nyeseba le Volta Region the view mo condom zango ta didi pato 15 years view mo condom zamo ploto mota o condom magba aleba mie dakpene kone ginger liquor afavia bitters apart pharmacy amenye herba and the orthodox medicine dealer so SK Above Ventures mie dakpeno amenye dealers in quality building materials so Kenny Row Enterprise mie dakpene ha Fridays Pub Wusi Paradise Advanced Sons namake Skanda Ventures Alhaji Safiu Ibrahim menenya CEO na Sap Hope Oil Co Limited le Holy Event hada Jafiako mie dakpene ha mie dakpene Sam Gokush Foundation aleba jagbana va aleba miakpo yojo miako nya celebrate the Christmas season yam remember it's cool 10 Ghana cedis baklo family pe friends ao aleba nabe amla nyin na ka ha ama alagbawo for kanami le 059 53195 ado 0244 815118 on promise good afternoon
brasa
here for now
ela fola
hey man
no tamile zilo
I have a 15 minutes man
akwa ma zamo ko ko dogo na todo la ano sami todo min de akon dogo na kata be Victor nye Ketu ataka ala gbede ko foni ko brother akawa dogo ni dokutua Ketu Silas enye momo guide kare la gbede ko MPP guide e atura te ko bi la MPP am ta won dogo ni ndo brasa nicho da Chris surprise ma le gbegbe enyi fo mo jia ka wa jore gbonya e ko ba nyi promise be egbo ya nyaro de jinya nicho a nito emkwe ba nyi pon la modo mala ba anya yo gbo mo la jidefo nya yo gbo mo la anya ogere futu mo na mala gbegbe aga do page na when you me one all me abola fia sometimes you may take it as a joke where for fuck family wa amoli todo me na egbon ya lo won ya ha amoli je si dem e chomo gbona ya ira nyaare alo nya nwi de bloge 20 bonu ya le blo elete fa lo mo lete fa da Chris mo do gbonu nto a de encouragement na nam nicho bla gbadure amata yo na nam nicho o jemnya o gade ji fona wala buba magade gbara mo jerom play for makata Ghana Union Movement mo na kata play nyatia maglasto na senya de wasam me have a topic agbo ikene kudi me fa gba la so nyanti play gayo jidudu ya de be yakokpo me fa gba la so so nya ogbo e discuss me la alawe dongwa ni brother Mauli sabe simba ndudu idum de viole la school medama jichuchu alaba ibam hana minya bana ndudu omonyo alaba praise na ndudu ene alomana na ma na mi lanku dem asat na ni makwa video deke la social media ikana atokweji adokweji be nya po view bandudu egbele ko wule ka no cha aba ma nya ba la MPP for time le kana nya ma uli sabesi ha ko gama video dogo aka video dogo mi agbo Ketu South Africa ikana defia mi damole na mi apa via o e mo le so ba mi yo no video ma mo ka flo mo tro mo gbo galagba ta e bandudu ga gbonde dia na pa ma o ka o ga tema o the same video at the social media platforms oji ala mi apa video pa ngogbo yi jimila na bo damu la squad a na MPP to bo bio ko madugo na ndisi to bo bio ko madugo mi ka teme bo bio ndudu madugo maybe na nye banya ba vima la SSO a no vinya lo da ya lo funyere bo vi la secondary school ke deserve na wadun gba ndudu ni ta e ba ndudu o la yi ya ma ndudu o ba la ba ndudu yo medama ji ba amanado yemi o kata including mi no video mo la yi mo zikwi la yi ya ma kala ba mi on to mi lo mi do ko ju ko no ta ma ji ma believe bana ndudu yi du mi pa view la yi ya ma agbonde ji ko ucha ala mi a radio station so mi gali journalist you know what do la 2024 2023 mo gata mi gali ta ba mi mo po mi si do dua mi mo do nyu ne mi mo ko se bona mi mo na pa mo ko si do dua ji eta mo bona nyi mo ji ma ko se bona ndudu ogbon na ni yebo mi ku the sanitary pad for nyaajia afo sami na te po nya bona ndc jirudu adom gbo bona ya na free sanitary pad mi afo vi nyom bana do anyoba sanitary pad na sugbovie ala ba every month mi afo vi nyom vi asi ya do gani ebe do amado asini do asi ani nke ken alon ke katon this month next month aga ogana na ma the best thing bana pada na sugbonvi akai mate ma wo mde sara boju ka bala kami kata minya na bana ne bo dana na tumo kwa ano 100% si de ka mate ma no water challenges mo baba kami fa bo do ra de jidudu ya ta wa nye bana sanitary pad ya na de na mi fa view kata bana o kata wa sana na fa nuyo da ka the same minority no parliament do li bana wa ko gago mo gbogbo yo wa ko sanitary pad na mi fa view ha akwa tani be mi ba ga ko combo of sanitary pad na nya fa view asugbon apa and mi o kemi ga gbon na nu yo mama na mi fa view ma de wa fika leke mi bo mi next one mo ado abaju ko ene ne bo mi jina na le gbo su dem aje mi anya ba ga ha je bo asugbon afi akọ afro ni mo wa de aka pe na ma wo nye bana president Mahama lo bana sanitary pad wo po awa no Ghana on pad you producing like Ghana na mi on to me we kana we bana instead of me ka ga do go gba type le pad ma wa aga mo ti ju kama manufacturing company so up manufacture pad ya na me pa view ke a save Ghana ju ko ya ta mo po nya for the new de ni kama gbon ku de this budget am ko nye bana enya ba American for some time na no gbon bana every year me pa view do na go senior high school the number I cannot do na go asu na gbon yaka gbogbo to awa mo nya me na do na go tertiary school so alo STEM school so tana nya ba jidudu ya ba na ejibi adom san tertiary school so STEM school so anya for the new de la bana imam blufia ba China ga kula jubu buro ma cho devi ma kako o jenam se do devi no nyimbo po devi ba talent but devi this is his talent or her talent kwa quickly aje bo aga the field ma ni hajiji football pupu yo IT ba side age on engineer devia get the side ma to devi ma ke kwa devia po susu plum mo no kaka wa dogo a senior high school kwa na iba mama ga fed up with education to the university level hata jena ne wo akono garage agbo afia ga continue ipe school de kwa jaka na iba na like for them for jukama. We have a lot of graduates from the secondary school level. You couldn't like what do me directly alumni. Tana nyebe jidudu ya vakwe deje sibona you jibe you adum sa this level STEM school, so even from the basic level and you have the kind of with them lai mom mi no na school anye gado mo ugro mi no craft work tema kwa mu kona ni akomama awo design wo famolo kona kloba afomo ta gamali na ibo mi komo bia o yakpa mo sham for talent ba mu wona do dake you nyeba mi ma build de jota ami no jem mo go aka no ba do fide kwa ni ma ba do na goloma ta na nyeba jidudu yakpo bona there's no need bona bam ya didi unemployment zikpoto ha they were strengthen system from the basic level kaka mana gawa dogo magawa ya depend jidudu jikoko bona ebi anye police ebi anye ne salomi ala keko into atima no na ne won ano survive nde jibo ta abelka nyo brother ogbon dongwa nyoka tatu mi ajibo na waga na gasugbon the education ministry aka other ministries so how here na gasugbon matima zanga kata the education side kimia da say agree ka health cluster na ibo ga call budget katan o kata ga call dasina the education minister still they will still complain that ga masugbonu this is amagbato for nature ta the komia do gbeda bona do yodo abajidudu na but you are them school de declare fa gban so po nya ontia wale fond dem akamo le convince mo le show ha bona with honorable Haruna Idrisu ikenye the minister ikenye in charge of education I can assure you when I'm here school de nya la gban so nya wa ongogbe yi blibo pogala bona ibe pepo mo no epofu mfu ofo plepe afode do la yi ya okata ma kwa bona ya fa gban so nya wa titireji babaga now na nyebe mi wo glomba na NDC jidudu ya lo president Mahama fa jidudu ya agade view sugbon la bana omoji bana wa absorb amububu togede university level animoji ma agree plenya ebo sabenya su ya ta nu ina jonya bana susu itawe the view girl this time masama mi discuss ma mi a told bana this time masama na nglomi yento sro from the KG ka fi wado fi masama na nglomi ka unto so all this why taibo mo gada si apon fifi do fifi na school hall nka exam hall collector mon to mi fail why blame government when government now this mass failure tamije mi encourage when mi apo view no ya apon 15 aji instead of us but me ka temi nya like mi apo view no na fa mo ga ple na ibo gbo mi agbo mi pona mi o na jona school vi man no gala gba na to na ko gba la asro school vi man no ga into na adu into for timetable abagba ndia edi bi asro mi ala ke etro bi asro mi ala ke amoti acha ka na ibo wa fail exam wa mi abana o fail la bana jidudu ya never afia jidudu a mo jibi a ho kata ko demo ta no mo ina ko dago brasa mi mo no gbo fi ya teacher re gbon mi bana mi apo view do don la senior high school a do le mo te un ton pon ko ngogo a ni ba ma do go la senior high school mo te un ton pon ko ngogo mo nga go ina la university nga jabi wala fima tay be wo fail ne pa mo mi bana jidudu e fail ama ne mi jinyu ne mi ato mi apo view a aje bana ibo go de via do mi mo do la complain asanya goma na yiba mi jinyu ato mi apo view po nwie de via ikaka gbogbo no gare mo bana dadi alo mama afuya unto anya de vi ko nya tana bi wo fia de na ga to gbona ma ba next time na ga ko ga o maka ga fuika akene ba mi de via gbogbo na mi ko mi fu duve konta ve jira o ma unto anya ba yiba via gbogbo ko la ta it's about time when ya dasi ni kene nya nwi o odo na mi o ka te me fo gbogbo yi akwa.
That kind of honorable promise state the of Mpuata. Now move on to the next topic, Aleba. You want to make some rebuttal? I'll just give you 2 minutes.
I want to make some correction.
All right.
submission mamukunkuda housing curriculum relevant plus food quality nji akenu ikama call my brother salvation kula chief imam ama fi almost submission salvation no bia biamba housing e panya gromala secondary school primary min funkuda education ministry per allocation primary school education ministry tola senior high school education ministry no allocation I am not the contractor to tell you but we are building school at the primary level or at the JHS level or at the university level so housing for teachers that is it, let's take it as that then Agaglohamba because President Mahama Agbromba the structures of free senior high school were not strong he has taken that to mean but when he comes he is going to cancel free senior high school. We all agree that the structures before they started the project or the policy, the structures were not strong. And that has affected the policy to some extent and it's still affecting it today. So he can attest to the fact where the structures were not strong. I don't see why I'm free senior high school first structures were not strong for that matter I'm gonna cancel go. Imam Hano Glomba you suspect because of double track, the quest to end double tracker, yet our fella mode. I'm a fella, senior high school student to Onya, JHS student to Onya, the double track, I'm a senior high schooler. So, how does failing senior high school students, conform with ending double track in senior high school? Your question I go
no, when I go remember me felt the view close, so I take the free education, can be to tertiary. That's what he said. No, that was what he said.
He said that one too.
Okay.
Maybe a misspoke. I'm coming. Maybe a misspoke because I put it on paper here.
Okay.
I put it on paper here. Maybe a misspoke. Secondly, no curriculum relevance or reform. What we are studying currently manu.
Okay.
In everything, you have to go back and do reform. In his statement, Imam's statement, curriculum overhaul. Nobel reform pro overhaul means you change everything totally from the scratch. You change everything. We are not talking about that. We are talking about reforms. You look at the thing. Oh, the A part is malfunctioning. So let's try to replace it. Let's do this one. Let's add some. Let's remove some. That is a reform. As you go, you build. You try to change certain things, add certain things. That is the reform. We are not talking about overhauling.
Okay.
So if we say curriculum relevance or reformer, we either add something to it or we take something out of it.
Thank you. Grateful.
Yes.
Normally, let's come to Panda elections suspended, rerun by the Almighty Supreme Court. Mr. Mela Supreme Court amenya mayunya aleba imo konya koida vonga.
Yes, of course. Well, as for the battle for William of here, Torula Unto, let me go straight to the topic in the corner. Makanjiba, yes, I think last week, Wednesday or so, somewhere last week, but the my High Court Tamale nullify. Allo, eba ajia, miapa Matthew, do la pandem to me. Mal a sem could nyako NDC talk or the NDC former candidate, parliamentary candidate for Pandai Koko the court. Alabal Nyao High Court le Tamale a rule in favor of the candidate, the NDC candidate. But Nyayo Kovea, Ola Tepotolo, Trazu Sumata, Miapo Honorable Matthew. Maganya saw tapo on la low if you have jirudu ya declare le seme maduju kwa laba high court ko banamoko do da speaker lo parliament alabo nye parliament nye amiketo dom leta wa inform parliament could that decision anchi kala numa o mea makanji ba mekata me nya ba me pito me peba aw decision ya Tamale High Court take me we have a challenge with that alaba me move to the court higher than the High Court. So wadu to miapo nyao alaba wa nullify alo wa quash that decision ke High Court ko could miapo nu yanchi kwa main state of prosecution alo mi o mi o katan ko daddy kemi me ba call parliament me ba speaker e ko nya ba parliament alaba the majority chief whip propose what declare the seat vacant. And quickly allow for debate to move. Me back speaker Balaroda declare seat vacant. Alaba Balaroda electoral commission, but no asset a date for the election. But even that we in MPP we had problem with that decision because me feel me have a petition the court. Alaba you never anyala court egba mono todum me have for Kofi Kapito. He had no blame the speaker rush in taking the decision. Ike to clerk aji, the clerk of the house called the electoral commission. Alaba electoral commission set date but this month 30th what that. But we see me feel but there are some discrepancies allo nano ike na yiji le quarter allo ruling ya quarter war. Ye me chance on the petition ya me for this to o file high court. Me kwe ko sokle me for CI 127. You can make a dako in the last election by year. Me probably a breach. Me will CI in terms of petitioning a court when there's any maso me for election result a woman. And le me for lawyer offer access to filing dates. You can end this to file a court or high court. Me probably the CI is clear, but no dako. Ye o declare parliamentary candidate are ye the opponent allo other one feel but nane ideji mo so reji ne yo allo nane ideji declaration process allo call that one mo nwa within the 21 days after the result have been gazetted eleba na file allo na ide court ide from kaka nanya ba the o gazette result you exceed 21 days after that space it can say now but na be file exhaust that one le mia for lawyer over mo kukule high court letter mali e ko akpo gbanla me notice but the NDC parliamentary candidate play for Senyala or file le court 32 days after the result have been gazetted. And so he raised a concern but ne me just suppose allo me lanku the date over file allo nkeke yike over file after all dash result give wa agblam cho say ya okoko wo da pam yanchi. And so he raised that one concern. Alaba me gagbo brombe. Now the NDC don't for parliamentary candidates go for Senyala for petition or koko for mumojuchu okoko the high court what get money you let tamale not declare but call out there no to rerunner. Yes second but the difference between Matthew plus NDC to candidate was more than 3,724 or so votes. The difference is now le amamea NDC told for petition over Banlong or the high court. At the fiamber, over you have problem with 41 police stations results. And so the constituency you cannot make Panda average. I think it's having about 154 police stations or so. 150 something police stations. And so I am NDC told Clover lawyer but they have a problem with 41 police stations. And for that matter, you have abnormalities problem with your 500 votes. Le 50 or 41 police station yanchi. You call either upon the high court. So me be told first stand. Le case but now, if it's related to go by near Daba or dollar surgery within the 21 hour, 21 days or dollar that one we leave it aside. None but it's a problem with the election processor. Cause the 41 police stations. You can NDC don't over Balama, okay? Koko the quarter, but they have a problem with those police stations. So the election amea. If there's anything about data, then you discuss about take a decision. Then the rerun to occur in these 41 police stations. So where 41 police stations, you come on 50% of the police stations. The courts, okay, under the leadership of the judge. 41 police station minus don't talk over. Yeah. You know reround the police station le constituency. So MPP we had a problem with that. But no. Nanya ba moyo blonya ya leka. Yemi the courts. Look appeal court I come the former but what good New York money. Alaba what pobode the decision your high court take. The decision you take have effect on the parliament. Yeah, parliament take that decision to electoral commission. But now, what are we running? Kwa more for the choice can you the quarter? Yes, me have a document out. lawyer me a lawyer o ne niti would play to for adam de pour the senchi vis-à-vis the evidence ko me kokoda shi play ko to mo wa we be the natural justice the Supreme Court in their wisdom and looking at the law vis-à-vis the natural justice ko le wa establish the chomon kekeme obo you put on hold that date que electoral commission set but wa dakwa you can fiamba miapo nya ime no bobrom alo mie bron le parliament under the leadership of Aponyo Markinsblur and the preparatory mie bron le parliament and speaker but speaker no kesi ya o bobrom baba Matthew makanye MP na pandeto wa miawa ba ma de hawo na le parliament a mie pokochocho le nu manchi le nuyi play ita yet am ye de bom drop guy kere gale wanted because said them more but no drain le feed them more kono wa you can move ahead but one link the judgment ke judge na wa ko sokple case proceedings awo alebana onyo wa set another date speaker na me nya ba speaker e me no appeal ma womna speaker yes I have that discretion but high court as safe as a speaker of the parliament and so service your high court na ye nya ile court na service man what you are going to ya on can inform electoral commission that's the due process electoral commission now organize election but we still stage but you never anyala pom who speaker why can't you wait a court now nkekemiho let's go to the court let me the court yes decision your high court taker is firm and so go back and rerun the election then you declare the seat vacant we don't have a problem with that
all right.
Okay, kaka with that speaker as on the high court ruling aji alebo mi agba mi fofun gba le choba here there was Supreme Court on the 13th of January never home allow me to Supreme Court alebo abo no serve the NDC candidate no serve plus one Supreme Court ale you let me the court January 13th then we still maintain this strong question, this strong stand can we have put the date of filing and the 41 police stations you can have effect on the entire constituency based on high court decision you go na la tamalia we put these things before the Supreme Court
right.
And the Supreme Court and now look through it Nanyeboba, they should go back and rerun up. We are law-abiding citizens
Thank
of
you.
the MPP.
Grateful.
We'll go back and do that.
Grateful.
Yes.
Now, the speaker acts in that manner, do a mistake, or he's just following due process.
Yes, but the speaker acts on the process from the High Court.
So who is Aponyo Markin to question? What is the take of another to question High Court for information kona Parliament? Ika Right Honorable Speaker Daforeji.
Yes, another friend is also a citizen of this country.
Okay.
And for that matter, the leader of the minority side in Parliament.
Okay.
Now, not question the speaker for decision. But if you look at me, a lawyer, private lawyer, Amodo they have opposing views. Amodo if you agree, not the private view. But you call appeal, call it the court. You should wait. Then you have Supreme Court do go you know need appeal idea. Then the speaker can do that. But the speaker, I want to say that speaker for say another day all members of the parliament, what then chair will proposal to the speaker. But the speaker acts on the laws of the parliament and the discretions. He can say neighbor was and so now not pray who is a minority leader, leader on your person, but the leadership side of the minority. You raise that concern. It's not against the law.
Was it the first time not umbrella parliament? Is it the first time when you're marking the parliament?
Not at all.
Why didn't you raise this question when Michael Quay was a speaker of parliament, declare vacant for somebody who is in the party, go in for independent?
Yes, the same thing. Is it the question again? Yes.
Fika another umbrella, Fika Right Honorable Apenyo Markins.
Yeah.
Je bante all the parliament are only ho. Fika Noafi, the former speaker of parliament, Michael Quay declare for me na seater but ele vacant wa amale ticket charge na MPP yi independent ba parliament makpo wu haraka where were they mo gbanaraka cho mancho
akpa makanaji ba for example then you bomo gbon yana ka chonu manchi le mai momo wa ma oblige roba no po na fe ka mala so som le se mo ga gbe
at that time mo pe a ba mo so le sango
well for that one one to nya the reason
yes, because MPP was in power.
Well, I can't speak to that.
Because you don't like the guy.
No.
That's what it is.
Okay, well, that's your opinion. But
no,
I cannot.
That's not. That's the fact.
No, I cannot agree.
It's a fact.
That's the fact for some kush.
No, that's the fact for the general public.
No.
Because I find you marking and go parliament. Happy Michael Kwe, right honorable former speaker Michael Kwe declared seat maba empty. I'm a 10 year. I'm a poor woman. Happy me sideline. I'm be na the independent. But I find you marking and another don't pray. Convivial parliament. They didn't say anything wrong with that.
My body. No more power na ka gbon chu chiba you.
So for example, nanya na wong gbegbele fia. Okay? You mango later no party. Right?
Yeah.
But magere enyama plemi kudangia na wala Holy FM ta. Okay? Anya de mi suspend o magaba program. You ma call later ko no party but I see myself like a misbehave. Le show yaji. Me your meeting me and me agbonya. It take about 6 months. Meeting a yomo. Do feel my grandma gava program.
Kush, well, Apapa.
No, do feel my grandma gava program.
Yeah, you have a discretion.
No. And now mommy ajro.
Yeah, you
invite me over meeting a how.
Oh, okay.
You are my hanum how.
Okay.
When my grandma gava program me or meeting. Do fear party little matter act on that letter. I call for meeting now.
Oh yes, party can call for meeting.
I think no more you is their discretion, but you more you go.
Analysis ya home le.
No, I'm just doing an example.
Over question ya biam le alo ya glom le. Largely I know the anger you are going. But respectfully I plead with you to let's limit it to the discussion.
Thank you. We'll leave it here.
Yes.
I think that would serve you better.
Yes, thank you.
Honorable Jata Buglarema onya concern ya Muglema Natari. Maba BC. The view of BC number ya school this year as compared to previous DD Porter Magro.
About the view of
BC
number Kairafika.
Number yina SSR. This year DD Porter because failure because of failure because
no Manakama fail BC Omega SHSO.
Emanya for formally na Ogba self placemently. Na is self placement I tell you this year grade rule and the be place say disqualified.
Come on, you okay, let's leave that. Let's come to the Panda election.
Okay. Supreme Court banya over suspend Panda Iran. Unya Polo Yama, Leloma, lawyer Nama Yandia, Oyanaba status quo. Over tension, judge who perceived. I look over tension of Fira, Odunashimaji for meantime. I said, "Goma, when you are poor, well, for now, my God, you know, America be win, allow you win a pillow. Ta do to in order to calm down the tension in Panda for because Amuro Bunazaro, Amuro le ready work come anana kwajo, Amuro veji churo dare ya akuma, Amuro vejinano, Amuro vejinano da o form group ro, vigilante group one banana kwajo, you are dujukwe. Ta judge on hold the jamu the Charleston, me for example that. NDC na one if you are no more point you are called self for pro no more point no more young dead than you are called self for pro 1 point tema another one miss the executive meet left ma anyi be tamoro left ma basa wa anya le isla anya unyonya nemi kwa anyi banya ile ibi kurama we have so to na anyi matana mako na anyi jamateta afi nwa mo voye ma oyira from head to toe if you ever go down the shire if you know put the hand over kuramba a debon the shire le benefit if you ever subsidy unyo de na ma unye oko wana ha wana inema anyi na anyi amare tele fi na kpona no ejojon miss anyi tamro le fi miss NDC plan people campio kakanu nchi belekelekeleke umu katakata enye tenshire shika o perceived asa go o perceive o do ashejibo na tension na ko didi protocol so unja maga get jomo yen the first one. The second one yamokpo le unja mi be o ga do action for the procedural processes or activities but suba nano lishike for instance me akọ mi fofu chon yanchi gedevai me no via akọ one Supreme Court for maybe for the case to maybe quash or wa ponya wa stop wa inject rirana ye ko suba wa den yamale tomo but suba because Supreme Court is the superior court of the land shikalongona high court alongona circuit court alongona court de share chika kwa mo no pon yamana ebe wa do ashi yanji kura ta vondro gbobo na ta onni tam yagbe no ko serve what we call substitute service wa ko wa serve NDC to shikenya honorable Wistala wa serve whether by email whether by mail whether by letter or konebo ya tepo oji or court na anya apeto another point ya mo kpobo ko stop e ko suspension a simple to komi be do ma hia wa do achi na energy for minta close wa kungoma. Another point I'm going to direct the legal team of MPP who are the complainant or plaintiff were in the person of Matthew Nyanding Berno cost serve Lekamagula process on the NDC candidate through substitute service, whether emailing, whether here. Tanimija and the court all adjourned to 13th of next year 2026. When you come call a case, I mean, no that time dua. Afiwa yiyam wakpo inke enyake jo lekan yakọ jo le high court tamal high court be enya odware elete balo model because o nullify o annul election aba election model because of some non compliance of electoral commission when anu li o le ba wo mo BVD paper model table plain pink sheet ramuro out of 152 or 41 of them were not signed. And then there was some anomaly in a judge called preside over the elections rendered non and void. So, who could quite bon woman? You Tamofiaba suspension or suspend Afiabo Buju. Alomoga Fiaba the verdict of High Court is still hold. Mafiaba Maletabo. Mafiaba Ibe verdict over judgment to number election is never more family table. As I go, ya on Yago Yaku. Still after you have a case over it lacks substance, so they should throw the case away. Tamata for now the stance of the MPR, which is Nyandama, still remain parliamentary over 7 days of state of execution. Shikavai based on the judgment from the High Court. The still is remain vacant because what got the Google Parliament because only for election. Mofiaba Supreme Court judgment injunction allow suspension. Afiaba you are Ghanaian MP for now. Ta dukumiala no ko no be lawyer obi you quarter obi funfu present no kumia kpobo nkaita ya matamo suspend for a meantime for the maybe because of the tension which is status quo our tension and never ingba one now mo popo and this candidate wa respond to what in years later you need among them yeta you suspend am fi aba wi aba leke komia no juma fa no juma to kama ga no juma yeta mi leva mo dogbara ba adom de dia ame ajena kwa ka wa ko ajipa ne so apana fa mi akata mi ano.
Thank you, Chief Imam Musa. Grateful. Thank you so much. Honor promise. Yeah.
Pandai rerun ya Supreme Court do a siege boa. In a way, must what I can't pay Mama Lava. Never been learned couldn't critically. Miako bona election ma as a second. In the said I told all of him. However, no bomb you know, Jordan go ha. I knew Famaduma, Modu attributed to Bogma Fueno.
Yeah.
Actually, like Islam, Malam or Amanya Imam one, you know, all different from Imam or was an agua model. Call another. Oh, seriously, Imam wa Ulavona Malam. Malam was an Amster Bubu. Imam wa all relying at the mouth of him saying. ta no ba madenye malama gbogbon uwo si aka like they are more into spiritualism than the imams.
Okay.
Ta ya modo attributable anyi over gadem pleto mo ta masha manya bana election ma se bi unde sharata ajo ta na Supreme Court va gadem in a way metma global na maybe ojim ti va fa akana nyeba High Court wa fiatutu ina kpobo na afia me ya wotu a amuma kono yo you need appeal na go to the higher court. Higher court ha demand ba ha go to case kan la nya mala ba do la bana first case ya no high court NDC talk for lawyer ko yi MPP talk for lawyer you present to cut for cases so who present to case so they just go through the case of your governor. There is no need for a rerun in that constituency. Even High Court there is an issue behind we only wait about the corner court kananye ju kwakata for court gan Supreme Court ni over afia to finally anyare kama gata no mi asia ba political party motodo alo NDC MPP na bana o woni ele ko woni ka mi like put the 990 abrasam yatema global this can only happen under NDC region.
Okay.
But court the natural fear. Global a favor NDC was said la you were MPP candidate to the area ma. Ye odwa o trafia bana there should be a rerun. And under NDC Supreme Court never do see a rerun ajigbo. I can't imagine this happening under MPP.
Okay.
I can only see that the moment High Court ma trafia makwa, nega konya the Supreme Court, they will not mind your case. They will only allow the election to continue. Labana o full gabana you for candidate jiduga. I can't even Supreme Court. I'll be for court to Katala Ghana. I think I'm not independent enough. I take decisions you not benefit Juma viewer. Mokowanya for the new come me applaud la bana. Nima allow politicians so we influence na no ganda me for judicial system am da macho anya na ika nya Americana. Mokowa ademi aje wadu kwanata. We will only wait for the outcome of Supreme Court for decision ko take could pandai for sit anchi. Okay, for now, after MP Acha, he will continue his work as the MP. This is my imagination, or maybe
that's your view.
Yeah, my view.
Okay.
Can you be continue? Conflict. I look to carry a area, mama. A GID quarter. I feel neighbor Supreme Court of Atrofia, to Afia. You that will go. I'm going with them.
Thank you. I take the message to 055-527-0062. Me am complain about no message I can do go. Nyawo mo bo hu ma do na message do. I can complain about no message I can do go. Message am ga wa hoyo for time. So as my message ava maklanga na mavoa will move on. Honorable Jatabu William.
Yo for some ma je go me play aba anye jijo number agba miato MPP to ika mianovi maule salvation lama jiwo jomba Supreme Court were ruling ika they are benefiting from. I'm happy that they are happy. But reset here panya blon. Yes, I'm happy that they are happy. Reset here panya miapa jupola John Dramani Mahama blon. You be a wall state incisions so kata ika woma. These are the dividends.
Okay.
Ika adelala NDC mo le MPP mo. Once the right thing is done, it affects you automatically. So I'm happy that today, under an NDC government, a ruling has been given in MPP's favor. I am happy, very happy. Majoala Allah Begbefi Kandapa, a minister, Dogova Global, the way they were giving 7070, our gaba do come of you, we got lose interest, I lose confidence. I'm happy they're happy.
This is just one case.
Avelia.
Case the kako yalo.
Yes, the one case komo kwejereka. Avelia. The mere fatba amadeve file stay of execution in a court. It doesn't annul the original decision until a determination is made from the case. Tananya Wogo Glomba High Court ruling, Speaker wouldn't have acted just because they have sent the case to court over a file stay of execution. That stay of execution writ equal filer ma annul the original decision by the High Court. They should get that one too. Then 2, this ruling. 3, this ruling. Ma wo Matthew, Honorable Matthew, Uganya Mekanega throw a parliament as MP. He is still a former MP of Pandai. Former MP of Pandai. Now, back to the case itself. Nkanye NDC for relief, Ika who sought the Supreme Court. The entire, according to the NDC, the entire election in Pandai was fraught with irregularities, using 41 polling stations as instances. Election initially in a yeji, the irregularities, alia o dollar soji, alia the returning officer, alia, you see, in some police stations, according to our electoral rules or laws, no police station should have more than 750 registered voters. Shouldn't have more than 750 registered voters. But in some police stations, we have 1,422 registered voters in one police station. In another police station, the number of ballot papers issued, the total number of votes counted. Acquire more than a sogbon ballot paper eco. The police station ado pin sheet in your record the pin sheet the out of verification eco either by manually or by the verification machine. Then additionally, there is a place designated for what? For the declaration of the result. The returning officer in his own capacity changed the location without recourse to informing the other candidate, which is the NDC candidate in Salah. So all this is breached the CI 127 and the public election regulations. A breach it. So these are the things the NDC call it the court, not limited to only 41 police stations. Because nyeklo katami kweda me believe ba declaration e cover wo le yen top design police station na. When 41 police station yen top design collection center. When you 41 police station cover declare, I declare the entire result there at the new collection center. Originally there was a collection center. It could declare result. Let's grant it without admitting but violence erupted. There is a need for you to make an amend to the location or to the collection center. The parties involved due to the tension. Due to what is going on, let's do something else. You go to meeting, yet I pack little. So you don't stand up because you are the returning officer in that constituency or in that district. Na choko, abe okay, me resort adi omia yule Holy FM. Gakeda chukarata maji makwe beko the whole Victory FM awe. Ika me yone parties involved in the election. So the entire election was, filled with irregularities. Tanamada Lefia Glomba, the NDC had issues with only 41 police. When you look at the questions and the answers, the judgment passed by the High Court, the questions and answers, even the returning officer confirmed the fact that he erred. Some of the examples, La DA Primary School, Wex, Bank Kumbi. Total number of voters on the polling station register as recorded on the pin sheet was 1,422. It's more than the total number of ballot papers issued to the polling station, which was 435. Just try to do the math. 1,422 as against 435. Fika extra to. Fika ucho. That's just one police station. When you move on to a DA Primary School, Oyombo, total number of ballot papers issued to voters on the polling station register as recorded on the pin sheet, which is 524, is less than the total number of persons verified by BVD with serial number. The serial number is here, 525. I'm afraid the difference is 1. Manually verification, 0. Where from the additional 1? So this 41 police station in Kebromorofia, it is just an instance. Alo podeng na gronya ko la podeng kofi we kokojo we. Gaka in a broader scope la, you are complaining about a broader something. Gaka you limit it to some scope. Like podeng micho koba over drug trafficking in la Ketu South. Amana groma ama woji in la hachukopa, in la fee. Gaka it is not limited to only the places mentioned. So Pandai election na even my brother knew what went on there according to the law was a travesty of justice, or it was not according to what the law says, the CI 127. Nanyaba, when you read the relief the NDC sought, it says that the parliamentary election held in Pandai on 7 December 2020 was not conducted in compliance with Regulation 39 of the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127 and the principles laid down by Regulations 39, and that the said non-compliance affected results of the election. The entire result of the election. So the relief we sought at the court was not only about the 41 polling stations.
Okay. All right.
So in conclusion, the Supreme Court, suspending the rerun, it's not a win for anybody. They are now coming to enter into the issue. And this thing is going to, spell doom for the MPP even the more. They are going to expose themselves on that 13th. Because even the High Court was being lenient with them. And I'm telling you, the High Court was very lenient to even call for rerun. At the end of the day, you know what the former president said concerning Jachi question? Yeah. But why vote for somebody who eventually go to prison? As at the time, he prejudged the guy, telling the people not to vote for somebody that will end up in prison. The court. Today, the same people, they are fighting speaker, they are fighting the clerk, they are fighting the high court judge. Today, I'm a yoike puama justice puama nye chiunga le mono ta. Puama nye anda bafo boni, menanya chief justice. Puama ika odua ba lona. Today, puama no anyida the same thing bench pass judgment in their favor and they are happy. I leave them to their conscience.
Thank you. Grateful. Agba anya wo jigbaza bokono. Comfort akos akofa gali. Obananya motola abandoned great design. Shop la show la dengu. Apoto Israel bochivia ba happy birthday no. Mawuna yiro. Na makemije mia mafakpa kle Americananya Jumaga Ruben Selassie Gaglo Obufufo. Dumagan Ruben Selassie Gaglo Abufofo Shikana Hopper Bland Drevo Andra Mafaklo Haklo Afa Kwakata Mauna Faji na Uklo Afa Kwa Vietua Wamekana via the Kajumagan Ruben Selassie Gaglo Mafaklo Landokuchia. Message the Cavaro Vado Afama Maklo Aleba Minichivo Yoka Poto and never Miako Drunya Dema fine. Namiapu Kapu Miafi. I'll message I'm of Quiver Landoya Akbaji. But good afternoon, Sam Kush. The school problem started from MPP party when they ruled the country. So please don't accept them or allow them to put their trust in the school program again. That is MPP. Christian Cho Rainbow Disco Paya. Thank you, Mr. Christian. I have good afternoon, Sam Kush. Regards to salvation, Matthew Nyedam doesn't only represent the Pandai constituency in parliament, but he represents the whole nation. His impeccable contribution on the floor of parliament, media engagement, and above all, he has the people at his heart and the people to do the same. The good people of Pandai constituency will never treat him for someone who can't even express himself, even in his own native language, to serve his own life. This one from It Is Possible. Thank you, It Is Possible, for your message. Watero Tora to 055-527-0062. In Miafa text line. However, we still have a few minutes more komia ko arab komia get a topic ton liagbo topic ton lia ekpe kaka mia joko mia ko ba Saturday mia ba question for you kan mia jo ton lia mafia yi hoga mia she because mia for public debt a ballo of voluto no. Preserve your legacy. President Mahama advised to resist the third term pressure. We'll bring the number 3 on Saturday. The point. Chief Imam Musa, let me start with you.
Okay, my brother, very quick with my fear. The seat of Pandai remains vacant based on the notification from the Tamale High Court. So therefore, because it has even elapsed the stay of execution, so for now it's vacant.
Okay.
Nemi ja yatapi Julisia allow about this amendment de what massage alwa trashilon nya lishika clip alule nane direct firebe omaga we ate through what to close wa po wa jamu wana matu atefa lekenya yogbra, but he should preserve, he should actually hold to his legacy. Bubu alenchia ma honibe mega try. Number 8 if you am ko ma o scenario vira akwa magrona ejejibo politician no seto na mi because me wonye juma vio me wo ya gbon yo awo afi adako because mo jina bi asunu ko le power unya pon NDC le mo ko pon le go ya member they are foreseen be candidate ko ya te ko abi pango ba omia onya be no ko amara ba omisa ba omia afo amale 2028 o makaraji very sure, very sure. Akonya banya leka ola ye magrona leka mo for instance Ghana ba history ma mareka mo vanu dujipo mareka mo choko dujile Ghana history mo ama market no kudongo mi pon leka because 2 years to come 3 years to come to the election there will be some sort of lacuna in their governance nina no yaba George Ka Jumovi yaba feel apathy alo yaba feel be
you don't want this government to succeed so that you can enjoy the free rate on Ghana cedi and dollar.
I wonder. But I'm making a scenario.
No, you can't be a good citizen and predict doom for the nation.
No, I'm not.
It's unpatriotic.
No,
it is unpatriotic.
Okay, I've heard you.
You cannot be
a
good citizen and expect something evil to happen.
I'm building a point.
But you can't say, Nana Bonabajo jogger. We are all not God.
Yeah, very good.
About Jumaviona, let's pray, the enjoyment and me enjoyment should continue. Ghana decide who become the next president.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's 4 years to come.
I can't even Nana Avajo. I don't think we are.
Okay, mercy. Miss Nana Akufo-Addo.
That's your opinion, though.
Nana Akufo-Addo is bound to happen. Mr. Tabu Semenya. No, but it is bound to happen.
Question will be about it. Don't belong to talk about
that. After I the share at you.
No, I'll be able to job.
Okay. Type Bonatari. We are for NDC label. The favorite candidate now, she can't win easy 28. Either his SM John Dramani Mama Alo, the vice president, which is Nana Jane. Oh, after you are coming here, in the person of Stadium Ketia, Alo Hana Drisa, after back Pango Bamia La Shamoa. Their experience were they are anticipated when an atava jota you are easy winner ba yetayo o ga unse
do Dr. Baomia well marketable etayo do the economy
very good
the life of the people was in was in a junk abalaka missy by this thing taka on akamisa ba apato domolobo amba ora pongia enye gbadiro a
one of vetayo Baumia lose first up pure performance I feel along the line over so ego okoro kupon ba arrogant
okay
omo amareka bulu na kala kami agofia aga general lo do motor ba ya communicator room o jina be like loko funa loko jena voto na ma it's still in them mokojo you know lose if not MP me do lose over arrogance a general lo do mo akwa ka NDC mo kwa na no over communicator they are very sober down to earth over arrogance exhibiting everywhere o fina abonya second because Baumia akpango be senior man he need to be defeated akpango amayo pango aba president mama alangoni at the time people are yearning for change because Jumovi Fukpon that's a poor performance lose zero vanaga va ye agunya NDC mote wo ibo donyu Allo there say I'm not predicting any doom for them. Never journal or never. Yeah, never journal. I just one fear see there me boy public data about but to mobile there unfortunate in very over get election time you see that background see that I tell you this you move as a sem kwa na bobo in ana gwa joge yeta you kwam shikate o gbogbo ya ko you fufu ga which is mahama na mahama te ya son about me but other than that yamanya kama gwa mama regitem amoyi ya ba 20 December ba kpango ba me agba fu de gabiro
ta akwai saba jama ma te tama yigo
mate le loma na buru kuma gayo ba na yi ha we are testing the law but me akpo me abo law is it testable can we change things but my advice ebo no ima gayo.
Thank you. No promise
Rasa constitutionally Ghana was some demo na America president deke wa go third term me have MP play district assembly play tomoa what time is it tozene was na guy make on to for constituent that go against who alone to retire like with the case of President Mahama me have ever say gban to 12 ba ever say gban to ajo ike ga 12 ka kemi constitution am no clear but na mava c'est votu dem fear contradiction with la vala lo ma comme covid valer ta with the majority can this have the parliament elle so easy bana what man manipulate system agato agbobana the law of this state this is how it should be alors gatema awe abalaka ju ko you not tell me anti o me never you throw you for constitution president ata I treat a third term alo basana guy make o tiento ala mi po Ivory Coast play du kon wo amondo ko wa tribu na fie wa tozu America Israel have
when monarch system
monarch system da nanyeba number na lendi sifia wati matron mo then the best advice na debu we can learn to association hoko he na lentia na keep your legacy ma bana wa a step down peacefully even though bana nanyeba hungry for power he may want to continue no do anya madopo gamonya to Colorado Club we have chapa gamonya mala shoba no possible bana watem attraction for Julius Santi bana wana si jiji aka bana ntifa fana no anyi akplo bana adwa na ibo de kana kronten na gaba ngbagbon ha because amoyo na fofu de nwa o supporting tamanya ga be ngbagbon ta ibo na play want to kweko na dogodala ma o legacy a preserve mmena bana the late president if you want to join fama President Rawlings you produce from the military regime I talk quick ba Africa to what that silent here o bona Ghana be the share the bu manchi that no matter how you care President Mahama Dua from fi make time careful when you know her the best thing you bona wa jo you live a very good legacy daddy bana choma into hana tema globana e wo fa pa jela bana me mi ko atema wa me de kakwe ma wa atema san wa mi ko a
okay
Trabusum la fima mo buoli ka after him we also want to take over.
Thank you.
Lead Ghana to
Anamoli.
Yes, Afukush. Almost serious note.
You also have 5 minutes there.
Yes, the constitution is clear. But spell out the tenure of office for presidential candidate of president, but 2 terms. So it's not silence on that. Clear. Promise, mother clear. And again, when promise time to say, but never do Colorado for Gamunia, while we are trying to say, Jupola Kakufado was the president, first, second term, and might have any idea where I got contest. And again, I mentioned, I reference JJ Rawlings, the late, but you never plot to a ministry, like a player at a symbol boiler, Kufo that symbol boiler. I thought what a symbol boiler. No, please, let's
and that's if you can also speak.
Yeah, that is what I'm telling him. That Kufo had a shibbo boiler. I thought a shibbo boiler, so he should not paint the picture to the listeners. Abaka Kufo that shit bombo boiler.
No, he spoke his mind.
I'm good. I'm cool with that.
So you can also say you gamma for that.
But because we're doing intellectual debates, now mother me for Ford video value.
It's not a fault. That's his opinion.
What you about go level opinion la? Kaka opinion I'm opinion convey na. Eleba man now anya opinion ya share more ya. It is not factual. Because I'm mother have a gamma hand over peacefully. For the court Vadashina, you could have Mahama peacefully. Hello, no bear. Now, in any case, there is no way, okay, that Ghanaians, even the NDC can take the whole seat in parliament. There is no way that Ghanaians is going to power that shit NDC to the parliament. What we massage, all we toss, but President Mane de Tetem. Because today, when you go to news portals, even as you don't get here, if you get they are saying Mahama will not go for third term. That means that even in the party NDC, Amoro Jofo Buto lesson ho, but your campaign as you are flag a call out. Mamao sacrifice do azorikaka du kola Mahama du jigba. So Mamao ba o feel be you have flag arashi. So there is no way. As for A+ and Ayariga Klotomo, Plamo you no rooting for the Tetema. He says the man Mahama himself knows. But there is no way. You can parliament now you can trust him over Tetemo. Aboko come in. In any case, Aponya Musa no nyare blon. But we can all not predict the future to be the same. Aboko come in. So na never jolen gogbe. Alaba ayo no nyagloma. Yet it is good for every citizen to wish good for the country. Yeah. It is very good. Yeah. But in the last administration, I sat here with NDC communicators. For the government, Nana come to talk to the government. They said that.
So at that time, I own a football mafia.
For me, I'm never for
So at that time, so why didn't he ask them at that time?
And that is why I asked you at that time. They still maintain. But yes. Individually, they say they are open your football. But I'm saying that the same way. I'm also saying that I mean, listen my argument on that. But looking at what is happening now, I can also say. But you do here, okay? Next year we'll do the proper politics, okay? You come here,
so for now you're not doing proper.
Yeah, we are doing it, but when we move to next year, because even recently, the switch predicts, but next year, the dollar, the city to dollar, the difference will weaken. And so when we move to next year, okay, yeah, God willing, yeah, for the last tranche of IMF loan, then we come back to the main footing of the country. So when I predict, maybe about job, it is true. Oh. As we speak now, you Fiona Dakon NDC government. Within the 120 days in government. Now you do office na 24 economy they will kick start working over there. The money at the fate of that policy promise now. Okay. As we speak now, over your launch, akonko kitikiti over koklo alo blugbema dana wo akon wara kuye malo kitikiti le Ashanti region for the past 4 months. No ko koklo bi rekele ko safu. Okay? I am people for fear me da kone NDC. But you akpo bank, Women's Bank. We don't know whether the Women's Bank is going to be at the central level or they will decentralize it. As we speak now, that is what, yes. Right, so now you four continue hoping for the economy and they are not getting it. They will join hands with us to tell Mahama, but Mahama, no, you deceive us.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Grateful. Honorable Jatabu William.
For some, it is important to be clear if you are making assumption or not. But to be making assumption and be so categorical. La imam pom pupuma agloba NDC to nyaba na ma ye yereva batinga do bawmieju. That's what they are rooting for, Mahama's third term. No NDC person. No, who is Makanya Felix Ofusukwache. Yenya me enough for government communications. Adogo va nami nyaba Mahama is not interested in third term. Fifi Fiavi Honorable, Yenye the CEO of the party NDC, Secretary Administrator. Adogo Nami Nyaba Mahama is not interested in a third term. So nanya
And
ba
the party chairman.
and the party chairman ta nanya ba midwam ya fomwa ke we should make it look like an assumption. But if we are making categorical statement without any substantiation or any fact, then we are not doing ourselves any good.
But mind you, all these people you mentioned,
Yeah.
Pate Blonyama, but if John Hama said today he's going, nobody can stop him.
So at least somebody has said it. But nobody also said it in the NDC, unless he gave me a proof that NDC told NDC told relax. NDC told because NDC Hasara Yariga was not categorical. He did not even say anything, make any this thing. But there are loopholes. And you come on your favor. Meaning about the constitution, am I grown your brother? The constitution is clear. The constitution is not clear. Constitution is not clear. About a president shall have 2 terms of 4 years each. 2 terms. Now, when it comes to law, the usage of the word shall, the word must, the word should, different meaning legally. Now, Nanyaba constitution, a president shall have 2 terms of 4 years each. The constitution, that thing I find a loophole. What is the loophole there? The loophole is a consecutive. The constitution did not say a president shall have 2 consecutive terms. Constitution. So somebody can test the law. I mean, you can't know about this. They want to test the law based on the loopholes.
So when they test the law, would Joma contest?
They are testing the law. So the right. So the right to contest.
Test the law. Joma contest.
So people who are testing the law, I mean, the law. They are not testing the law because of Mahama. What thing I test the law? It cover constitution and not claim Mahama but no contest. Kaka will make a personal determination where you make contest go. But any ruling made by any court becomes what a precedent. It is used in the future judgments, verdicts. So once that verdict has been passed, but okay, constitutional specifically clear 2 consecutive terms. For that matter, anybody who comes after that Amada to Dominic, Afio Gava, he is eligible to contest. I'm never contest. Amada cannot fall within that condition. I can contest because that's what the law says. Okay. So people who are saying that they will test the law, A+ is not NDC. Also, people who are talking about it, they are not NDC people. For somebody to sit down here and say NDC people because they are afraid of Baumia, who is Baumia? I am telling you for a fact, even me. If I stand on NDC ticket to campaign, I will beat Baumia hands down. I'm telling you. What the funny story? Sam Kuch. Oh, can you allow?
Please, let's give him the
yes.
Okay,
all right. No can you President Akufo-Addo Nami Nyaba. The reason why, as at the time, Baumia was not even a Cadbury member of the MPP. The reason why he brought Baumia to help him in becoming a president is because he wanted him to solve the monetary issues of this country, the economy. Baumia and boss, he asked 170 questions. Is it Mr. Atta? May his soul rest in peace. 170 questions when he was a vice president. What has been Baumia's track record in economy? Woefully failed. He failed on the mandate given to him by Akufo-Addo. When the reason why I'm saying that anybody at all can beat Baumia record is very poor to the extent that even Imam can beat him.
Okay, so advice.
Yeah, even me, even you.
Advice president and number. Maga try you, maga tick ball. Pressure ma vamne. Even though must personally in talk about if come paper any election. Yes. I believe I abide by that advice.
And I'm saying the advice itself is unnecessary.
Okay.
Advice and Thomas because John Mahama is not listening his vote to contest.
Thank you, grateful. We'll leave it here. Thank you so much. Honorable William Engineer Jatabu. Let me read a few of your messages, then I open the phone line for you. Ayacho F.O. Oshegbo. You are doing well. Thank you, F.O. Oshe. Julius Amanubeva Atisu. Great job, bro. Thank you. Then Tenge Silence Savanus. Good afternoon. Please tell the NDC man that the English is too much. Eric Sunday Panu. Good afternoon, Brother Sam. You are doing pretty well. Keep the fire burning. Thank you. Julius again said watching you live from Greater Accra. Thank you, Mr. Julius. This one also says a full sector fully good work, brother, good work, thank you. Eric Success Tetevi watching live from Success Lotto Club. Amado Guambo Kata Miakpola Success Lotto Club. Amado Gbanemi Amamao Kata. Aleba message the car of Adola Fi Aleba Ajagba. Akrofia fi miva message adonda nyeke time the mabu kapogba. So namo do afira nyabaga mamelo haga akwa jiko manawo mi adwida ho dongo kaka imete dwida. I have Marco, you might pop up about time. You might cook budget. You might pop up about just relax yourself. I have. Oh, what is happening? Let me see. This one says. This is Benjil from Aflao. Please send my greeting to your panelists, dear Brasam. I've totally disagree with Malam Musa this evening. Why Malam Musa can say that the sick of blah blah government blah blah. Benji, you must have message I got more. Sorry, I didn't understand, but I really appreciate you sending me a message. Thank you so much. Allow a lot of editing because of time matter. I have why Honorable Baumia every day who cannot serve and then handle our CD correctly. Christian Chorembo, thank you, Mr. Christian. I have. Any attempt to destroy the constitution shall open the floodgate for coup d'etat in this country. NDC should the President Mahama be. NDC should tell President Mahama to be very careful. Those agenda should not be entertained to undermine our jealousy guarded democracy. Ghana shall resist any attempt by any unscrupulous person to destabilize our peaceful nation. They dare not try. I repeat, they dare not try. From it is possible. Thank you, sir, for your message as well. This one also says NDC as a party think they are in power, so they can use power to manipulate things. It's a lie. They cannot. We will match them. Equality showed them. Thank you. Equality showed them. This one also says NPP was serious campaigning, telling people not to give majority to NDC, saying they will use it to change the constitution, making JM run for a third term. Now the man says no, and then they are shifting post again. Nothing happened yet, but Mahama will maintain his legacy and not run for a third term. NDC has the men. Timeless Isaac Sokpo from Agbosuma Sokpo. Thank you, sir, for your message as well. This one from Ras Humility. He says that that's all. You learn to follow instruction. Simple. The second savior, John Mahama, will not go third term because he is the integrity and his words are so powerful. Education under NDC government is much better than MPP government. Getting to Promise Tete and NDC member. This one from King Lumo, aka Rash Humility. 055-527-0062 0548-92-487. Hello, good afternoon, Coffee Neyamcha. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Coffee Neyamcha. All right, Mr. Koku.
Honorable Sankus, comment vous faites double no to je to fournier from this plan this to above. Ya fa parti chama sur le vague no double ne. Ni ada abla di fagwasi, ya fa MP dans to mi double ne to ke donc parti bongla kata le Ketu South. Magara banda fa nyai kanal court le Supreme Court. Ani nya ta fa nya ba High Court arebe be no bubo re-election oga ola fima. Kakanya te MP bito fugo fube nka jaji nka wondot pe beika wudia uma kwetamu abo minye duama ba va year o wino gogro ba nanye ba ndisi to na nego manya se na una ire court kakagba MP bito gogro be ya yo court mega je rumu okay fifia ike uga potonya apia nya kokko ire Supreme Court ikenya court kokoto ye jeje be nebu ga fa go die court ga to fe be una kubo court da do ko ga dem ma enye jaje kama jema kona uber ko ga dema enye ba uma kuidama ore kanu ka ogola tanya ko jema glo banare na to ashi koko bolu koko fugli ka toga ma go tanya ko ma glo ba nenye ba sufri ko ta chofia juba no ga go ko da ma ja granti bi to ba uma ga fugugu fo ko na kuidama ma so ma go jima ire jupolago de efa suku nya yu ka ko ga university fly be suku nya na trove fito me fi pa ngudu nka nya ko na ti to fa ga ma ta me kan ti to no ga uno ji le mi ko ramu na nya bi o le nya te fa nya ma na ko mi ka ramu la ga ike kwa ko ko ba no ram na de wo honorable sankush suku bi da ka ga ko ma won si ma de won si di ha ika mu la ba de du na du nka go de du na la bom dalo ha ule na mamu fa kana ndalo ha de ndalo o ide nyo nyu to na gana de view ka ke ne ba ju bele ha agwi pe susu banka o de nyu to na ne view e mi ga se yu cha wo ga education wona ndalo ba wo fi ni ka tutu la bora ne nye bo wo ga homa o de nyu to na review ju kula ki ga nya oge tala ne cha ko na ju kwa jo ndamani mahala bo ide fo don yo oji pe su bana de suku ne wo cho for akpe
grateful. Good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, evening.
I'm coughing on you.
Oh, no, you man, you're going to go back on some.
All right, ma.
So, Patari, my good brother, I'm going to tell you, ma. So, we to Yandang. Patari, for MPP Stone talk with for fun. I'll have a phone the Kaji, Toma. Take one top of Fombo. Tamunua, America, Trosabe Agaika. Kakari, Mamma Polis, Sumana, Miaba, Hareko. Kakanova, Blancoa, Anaba Mio, Tokomiaba, Titumiaba, Diturabo, Dachide Magino, Trosa, Plusuba Gaika. Upon Jamaica, Miaba, Onabo, Sedin, Tiava Fia. Samo, MPP Sono, Lidombo. Dia context, Ababane Ducola, Alabo, Vomema. Na dunia ba aleka punya imam no gromba na ba mia va mereka megali ka ndi ako duju kaka nyanye to ikele pia na nyama contest ma doctor ba mia ji akwa ma tala ba de doctor ba mia amoyonia ni de siru ye na ba MPP to no gromba yi ona ba siru nke tia va na wanye ba va contest ba mia me tere ke gomesego tana o gogron pia ba NDC America miliate contest le doctor Borneo e mama banye e manele pia na contest amadu.
Grateful. Good evening.
Good evening, Sankosh.
Coffee name
Hey you. For school belly more kaji to click on. I will do the mauna dum semu.
Amen.
My dog banana blood you le go up man madam. So will do the mauna dum semu. Honorable for Ganu Kuno Gana Kama Solo Kumodi, DK Lodgeman all like Jericho. MP Mama Abra di Pago Majima do Gano, play it or staff, Julius Debla, Yawilla do the Mauna don't send me. If the Miapa Michael Bo, Naipon Fu, Unanto, let to Quema. My Mino to Quema, Buffin and Nadu, Danqua, Fufordo. Let go, Grola, second is a John Dramani Mahaman, Ike Akodawina Duduge. Ever you might be a Fogata Cinema. This man MPP toilet boa, no tunya economy. Second is a don't dramani mahama. Manya maika atala to queper Julie fed you. And I may take up with me roofing. Not the money mahama, the mother will be roofing. Makarajiba to listen, no that it's no brenner to quema to never. They pay a book where I contest that. I'm a lendic to shutting one product to Ferrecato, Abaleco, the Domrecato, the second is a spun woman. Atoma. Now one and MPP Tona no go and no Bromba, John Dramani Mahama, no Vapen Vadema, and Nakaba, Tigitama, Vice President Baumia, Naminaba, yeah, you elect you or Hoga, you can you might get a met to go Troy, Blagana to it out that one against Samayao. Agba, if Magaku never a schooner, data less Kuko, Sankush. If we do basic school, never too much, MPP Tama, gather, gather a couple quarterly. Gather don't dramani Mahama, but come here, gather a bomb at home. You come down the basic school that will never to my fear. Not that a secondary school MPP to win a Google to more damn the view. Not more MPP to Martin Wabrin, I cannot over. The don't dramani Mahama, Papa, manu numbles for more tele do lalie. Happy to Nana Panamento, Miavio failure. Vice President Baumia, Mako tablet connected, you let Kukoji, Ika Caprata Prate, tablet or Pereka, tablet another view catalans Kukoje. You would take Queen Buffy at all as it is. Yet the party, but the logo Dika, John Dramani Mahama, who budget them as Coco the beauty demanda. No, man of failure, grown a second, this is an apple, nobody. Young Panaba, Okata, Volta Region, Apiola against Nabaumialo, Okro, Brahim Champoro, Bagalati, Pomeo, not what we do, who mistake, when you take a letter.
Hello, good evening. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm coughing on you. All right.
Anyamakata dogo belong to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Supreme Court do kojibare. After I cholo high court, I gather my poverty. The way oko chofiade. But what bobo at the call Makatale, New Yakatari, Parliamentary Katano Buboderi, Alatafanga, Nila Zahamata, Eno Tangaga Coingo. I can't watch your pomba. Supreme Court Bloba Yaduashi and Wajibo. Now I dogo, one Monida Yanchi, Alan Kura Matia Dunkaka, Umaji Joraka Malamore, oh no Hojibody, then you have Supreme Court Araba Kuyeba and Yama Bokwa. We had the Dogama Shama Fogger. Mala disappointed la Imam Ho Malam Hoya no Nina Boa, Mala disappointed labor Yabo Bloma, as Barbary, Yan no Nini Boblong Baba. The view Basukunya, here the view Hopoviani, over Yomako Dagana Mahamalo, Yomako Dagana and the Plato, oh, Mala too early by Anna Yamabloma. Alla too early at by Nkakanani and this Yava power. Sukuya Trombo, Titia Sukua, watch it trombody, Eva Ponano Pofaji, Yava Yamabloma, Nanyamagromo, La Pasuba, and then Pitonano, Japoma do he, Wako Dagana 2028, I hope we'll do.
Thank you, Auntie Churchill. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Yes, sir.
Nyawela Doji.
Call.
Andrews, Andy, Poncho, Abozuma.
All right.
That's a madogana, Oakland for New Catala Bofma, the jet of Fonia, and this is Tele Bofma. Dogana party, Gonglocata, Chama Solo, Honorable MP, Proud David Topla, Mashamkata. Sister Juliet at that flag, but Dogano Tohi. For Egba Magda that tribe, no record on the violences. Passam. At a flashy, Kadumula, Uklobe, Hotel so I do, I'm a good jump over Garane, Nuru Avamako, Yena de Viadria, Lamasa Pocket. I can't will make boom over the Kuri. So I buy when we go and tell my Yamaga, I buy me for my garden. Yes, in a professional way. So I do not envy and Dokuchi do that. So for your Mama Gano Niomo. And then you have Mamaga Globe, a Chavai Maglobe, resetting agenda at the Focatado Baba. But we are over here. That's right, Bandai New Joa. Oh, Brasa, Mutuana like a Ghana, a senior Vanodi. And Yalakuno Vaidi. So I done any John Dramani Mahama, or Kosemi Nuya Poma. I think I need a Dananya to move over Ghana. I need to be Ghana no Ghana Vatu Imam. Brasam, I ban Majula Manamoli Salvation go Glombe, Ghana View you know 24 hours no. Everybody who are globally at Baba Bona Ghana to or bet Alec bleach 1,550 cities. Alec near that I can't draw out Uma the Poma that you look on what you have to electricity. Here come a Luluman and up Gale, Global, the Neta, Nana to my Jufu. You know, Global, I let John Dramani Mahama for a penny want to feel at Baba Bona about Jumatona, as part of telling you talk about a carry Navia. Me who met 20 that Nanima, who you talk about a carry. I can't President Akupa, Dr. Mahmoud, you go first near Ganatoa. I don't know, but I can't put
all right, thank you.
There's no way Dr. Mahmoud I said to get Inshallah, the next president, mega blow Dr. Mahmoud.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Madu on the Bokara Katafuma.
Mida ka kwa wezo.
Mida ka Chokadeno. Yatafe, I come with that you want to see. And I'm not to Gafune, and you can get a town. Yan yere camera, can I you then you're speaker tella. Speaker Yamayakuba and Dagola. Kakaya Mama Vago. Mama Sai. Nyakata uno stua. Yala bere ya bagwa gwa gwa stua. Ati ya ya ma ba nyara bo uno ra re jucha. Mani ro ya kura re ju na miu. Ya ya gwa ma no udo apomo. Baga ta pama. Ne service la fima. Nyara do dagbare. Ai bana mu to. Na apo do ju ama gana ju ta wata no o do voter review. Budget ma ya cause demonstration. Nkawa never voter yela. Kalisha voter yola. Actually dani le teta pe para ko to kota. Omo do make the plan on you. Ami o police o kaka mama. Daga aka peme ya jafa go o ba pa opia. No chumi ra le ga ni ko opia. Aku huwa shi do ma de shagbe. Umu etre afa nya do ma o go ha bo ro kazi we te ma so ke ma a ko te no me na ku da ma o ga ru ta o mo yo si takida o de o da o ba vida re fa la no we ku be ra ko ya
All
ko ga de ku yo
good evening.
ha
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Bacha.
Maga.
Anova.
Okay.
Madu bana won top afonye ndi se la boyan ko de.
William Jatabu.
Fla gomto. Ka o. Mo won ko do hanya yo na mo ba ko na na
Promise.
Fuma do bana party sema so bagi. We ta ha magara ju magara kama yenye be oba mahama oba na I test. Mata mo vado ba mahama saji wala o. John Dramani Mahama saji wala o nye. Ta fache manya shanya na bogbon radio dio. Achi dinyi to bona mate hodu for the ka. Ten strong wadale. We are you get 2028 ja. What Mama I'm between the my friends. I'm you can find the guru of the party. One nyama gona nyanya aka novi usatela gbotre ba na no go pressure nyeto o mo jado o ndi jado wa ati half down ta fa je na no lire e hala lan pure mo na ga no do hi awa e hala gbe po mo zo na no ya aka na pa ma do gbene ta na wa po na ma do ada mo nya mo gbo amu bi jire ti to na ga nyama gbo mo aju ya kidni to kaka ko di ala ka cordial mo ba jajando me jijo no wa de ile bo so ku be ratun e mo ratun ta o ka daga ke se wa no nya ma gbo ka ku ya ma awon ku no to wi nya ma gbo zaro.
Hello, good evening. Good evening.
Evening.
Welcome coffee in your own show.
We joke.
All right.
Like me will let the
Yeah, akpa.
Me do bene funye mauli salvation ai.
Okay.
Okoku.
Yeah.
Oh. Mauli ya modre aloju jumovie. Ala bene nyaduli ya nyama expect mauli baba no kupu no maulu. This time I rock your body, Apollo the ball studio. Etro kwa this economy etro mauli ya de ja. Salvation mauli kama hama be economy atro. Odoko va dono. But government are doubting your own government no power. Okoku.
Yeah.
Majiba mauli na nyanye nwe. Garo meli amanya na choko abe kopene preparation ko ba no nyi studio ko ba embarrass you. Aba donc the whole political party kemenele. Aba donc be ya yin va a political party e ba go form the party anu. We don't do that. That's an over solving every never the no nyanya bogan ala. Gomes said, I don't know if you want to I'm other glombo and yeah, glom you for living your boy. If you don't put I mean, not gonna told
Maulia Mr. Charles Maulia Matimfuga
for Bombay. Mauli. You see, my football never where from the Ghana to Geneva. I look at the Dugan Ghana to Usian we can now wallet a brother of the family. Your Ghana told me from Nick Polika for the Guvana Ghana, the Nick Polikoga legba. Even your own government, me my election time, I'm Dagara Pua Dynamic. What Baba have that kind of power? You need a radio. But the mother, when you're the second, you say,
anyway,
I beg you.
Thank you.
But I could meet me a strong choke bow. So when I join a political party, and then I let me join get one woman like a McKinnon look at from you that Konami 2028. We are going. We got lose the potolo because of the war. The guy, I will put them in my potol and we're partying for 8 good years. And never fear, my town on a co. A cool over the den over from my boy, Bolema. You come a video having a chivamana, Palu, put time, you come never gave a party the power, Molly. And now I'm a good put them over. I'm going to talk about the good now. Bye bye, you know.
Hello, good evening. Yes, sir. Maracuya long, no me jam Yavaga.
Maracuya.
I can call.
Mosquito,
Mahonoma Macboy.
I'm a young Nito of a man, the master of no bang for Macu.
Okay, I'm not going to find enough for God that you try yours here.
Okay, you are. Never give my mother to Bra. The party came out of the teacher Kaka. No, no, they were empty dollar, but or will it be? Me, my Jima bring you a bande. A present Mamma, over 49 we told Coco. Unto government imagination more creating my. You call I'm a big guy, you know, the tower of my fellow Bujiri. Yema for the Tabu Gronuba, Nail has yet from ya, you got about for the papa, Taya, Umaga, Quia, Nanny can go from Yanu Seroka. Naga is yeah, in the brother Savage, you'll support the neighbor as you come out of ball. For you near Adibobroma. I come I like part of the day. Majamu, a prayer, Majanita, never Agbonari, Tunata Falanyama. Yakata, nothing yet the school MDP regime. This year, you come in a difference in color. I'm a complaint. You must give you, Yanni, complaint, I'll lay different alley. You can have a later. Even young Tobanya Panda, oh, number about managing the Kenyan lawyer. Manyaba no judgment no ika Murphy Varuna cover Yama Cornell, we in appeal. Ika no one parliamentano, noise ma one Mawinka Dumagana to go on for me. But you must know when I spring water or bad or she called that you can go. Woman, I cover knowing your cotton in about you to Granamina. Oh, we for former Abayin Chocaco, Ubona approve Chijanta, Ubaba, approve with a bias no Kakama, my mamma, a bit Tofia, no Fiaba, Aquadana, not Tobo, Kakamajima now not the Kubari. The Kura, she Mama, in Yamma de Mulahari, Natapo, never a commenting book at against it, I'm Hogger, Tano, Siano Karaji, a Makata or Mary, the phone cooler, and Mahama Labari. Nana ku for the club about Yama to Pacolonota, say you all out.
Thank you. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Anyway, 055 527 0062 055 527 0062 0548 92 4878. Good evening.
Honorable Kush.
Fonya chokata, la Kenya
kata.
La Kenya kata.
Laina oni afurama bonyegba. Ba baba mtututu. Na ba rokojo line bu na garama.
Okay.
Honorable Kush.
Yeah.
Anya ngi enya jijo na ma.
Akwa.
No nyeba oga ko baonia. Ba na o agazu flag bearer oga adakọ ni contest clamare nya ma mleto adakọ na dukwa am na gum to acho ocho odu baomia gitati baomia anya branacha pogromba yenya ma mleto no ga dakọ na FPP ekpoji no ga lagbegbe ko amara gbogromba na baomia dudia aro mo pom amamale NDC mano chang siko ko nyamale wo to da la fima na ma doctor fifia bana no NDC tikeja about me jiru gada ko ta ba aya ma hatogo baomia ura ka furam namre yenya kotinya agba EVP to o kotinya glom ni yawo lo patent na Ghana du ko yi magba ala gbagba la sanya o ma musia nu ma sukunya o ma aduya o ba clock o ganya o ma nke bibi agloba ya eva officia ye du ma bi o na ko jijore nguba ya duya eva clock ye o mtafa ya mariana to gbagbo na nyanya ba no nya ba mare to le ndi si mama te ba o mi nya maka ayaka mabare Aflao chenya magulera ajugomo. De magule pe susuba aleo blegana tobe gwana jukogo onyo. Aleo blegana tobe gwana jukogo onyo.
Yeah.
Digita makovagero.
Okay.
Da nyata fo matroma trenya baba onyenya mamleto ko ga dukwa da shina mona klo.
Akpeno bret question.
Kafa chekapa. Need a tradition dari mi agbonya ntonto.
All right.
Na tradition go me kaya ya maga crown.
All right.
Mama jo produko.
Thank you, grateful. Tafrache nyamaga tia maraka hogara ya falajo. Madu tafrache na mapikoro na tafrache, my apologies. Okay, let me try. Man on 1 minute, I'm for 1 minute go.
Good evening.
Yeah, Makuna win 1 minute. Yeah.
For original democracy.
Makuna win to play this year. Yeah.
Mercury. Otu banupla funyola ngao drum to magoji. My identity. Put Pandai for election entity.
Yeah.
So, FPP told it. Over the quarter, you go. According your political boa. Relax. No, yes, it's because I go no like Aqua. But I blame a Supreme Court. Oh, I don't know. The man, who's not going to.
Thank you.
No, yes, but some Mama, I get I got some more quarter than Philadelphia. Me. You know, I'm a Petru. 1 liter,
all right, thank you, grateful. Thank you. Quick one, let's wrap up. Normally, quick one. Thank you, Chief Imam.
Okay, Mahama is a law-abiding citizen. Now we are active just initiation. Majority, special majority, and then what?
Thank you. I don't promise.
We are some means that when you're not cutting, you got that doing something.
All right. Thank you. I don't William.
You, Madame, when my Shammy can do to me, but we thought for the global. Yefuba sobwa lenya tafuma kaka do ye nanya when ya blom na la ala yefuba me kana sa ma fi wa yi ama sobwa na miuta no chukem
grateful nganya sam kucha for ofia mi asa gba Volta kon ma dak pana Emmanuel ya ko bidon kuji bag bashi kan nom na la jama ye adegba fa wa manyanya ake modo gba me kata mi ko sala gbozuma na sko mo la gara fuma na pongola fuma amado via good evening enjoy the rest of Aflao City News.